Yeah.
Woo!
Enthusiasm.
Getting into today's session, shall we? Let's go ahead and start off with a little bit of a recap. Picking up where we last left off, the party continued their journey from Keimhurst to the city of Leylshei, to which the party prepared themselves for what's to come. Breakfast was had, and the party continues to awkwardly tend to some of Tregabor's needs, Sweet Daisy giving him a piece of scrap wood for some unknown purpose, with the help of Declan. That afternoon, Tomotaru decided to knock on Tregabor's door, breaching a conversation with him, still rather uncomfortably because of Dacton's body. Before Tomo offers to give Tregabor a tour around the ship, to which, after some reflection, Tregabor accepts. After going to the top deck of the ship, the two have a conversation about Ellisborn, regrets in their past lives, wherein it's revealed that Ellisborn wisdoms are given all the past memories of all the newborn children they receive. Seemingly taking the advice better due to the body Tregabor was inhabiting, the party returns and Tregabor goes back to his room, continuing on the unknown project. Nulson then seeks out Tomotaru, who had since found Sweet Daisy, and the two were having a bit of a self-care moment. Nulson intended to ask for advice on what he should do about his father, but is first accosted by hypothetical questions, purely hypothetical, mind you, about how he would divvy out punishment based on certain, wild body count related crimes. In return, Nulson is given many additional hypotheticals about his father, many ideas that he hadn't thought about before, stuff he'd need to think about before departing. That evening, the party is gathered at the top deck as they watch a school of bayfish ascend into the night's rainy sky as they see the city of Leylshei, a glittering coast of orange lights closing in from the distance.
Oh, we made it.
So,
I didn't drop my fingers.
for
One moment.
reaching Leylshei, you are all granted 400 XP.
Hey!
400.
Yo!
Oh. Don't forget, guys, you can use the XP change function.
Yeah.
And that's 100 naming XP.
100 naming? Let's go. I'm at 11,962 out of 13,000.
So, the ship continues on towards Leylshei. The ship coasting maybe 50, 100 feet above the surface of the water as the city comes into view. And the larger circumstance surrounding this area becomes more apparent. Not only is the city illuminated with very warm orange glows from inside houses and buildings and street lamps and whatnot, but also there is a wide encampment surrounding the outside walls of the city itself. Most of these are scattered tents clustered up very tightly, many campfires scattering the walkways that are made between the walls of the tents. Massive flag banners have been put into the ground, and they are flying the flag and the sigil of the king of Valen, of Keimhurst. These seem to be the royalist army you are meant to meet up with, to discuss how best to overtake the city. From this vantage point, from where you can see better than if you were inside the city, you can see Nulson. This is all information that is rather known to you, but the city itself is built, tucked very tightly at the base of some mountains that exist right on the edge of the coast. And And not only that, it is also surrounded by the river as it flows out into the sea. Meaning, unless if you were to find some other way, the only way inside the city is across the massive checkpoint bridge, which makes its way over the river, which is currently withdrawn. The airship comes to land in the middle, well, more so on the outskirts of the massive encampment outside of the city, as the engines rev down to rest, as Hadolin starts doing some maintenance on the ship. And the six of you are on the top deck. It is still the evening. What would you like to do?
Well, we're here.
Oh, right. We didn't get to sleep.
Not yet. It's still the evening.
So, what is the plan? I'm assuming we don't just charge in there.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest. I could use a nap.
We have someone we
could
need to
also
meet
use a
while we're
nap.
here.
Well, what we can do is, tell the people that we're here, that we're not, don't attack the airship, right? And then we can rest for the night and continue planning for the morning.
Right.
Nulson, you sound sort of rugged today. Are
Oh,
you
I wonder
alright?
why. I wonder
You
why.
have like some sort of like leaderly quality
Right,
to
you
your
have
voice now.
Weird gravel to your voice.
Got a weird sick. It's real sick. That gravel's real sick right there.
Hey,
Yeah,
you know what?
It's
To be
kind of
fair,
making the hair.
last night, Tomo and I was sick. Now you're seeming to be sick.
Did you get me sick?
I
They're
might have.
They're contagious.
Yep. Our smiles are contagious.
All right. Well, let's go meet
Anyways.
with.
You were set to meet with the lieutenant. You were not given a
Lieutenant.
name, just that there was a lieutenant overseeing the siege of the city.
Can we like get off of the ship and go to the nearest like campfire? I suppose.
Throwing
I'll
down
go
the
with
ladder and climbing down, you can see already there are quite a few soldiers who make their way over to the airship that had just landed amongst them. They don't seem overly hostile, but they are a little bit wary. They're wearing full suits of plate armor, swords at their sides, shields on their back.
Hello. We were sent from Camehurst by the king. We need to talk to the lieutenant.
Right, you got a proof of that claim?
We do have proof somewhere, right? Like I show proof. I'm pretty sure we have proof somewhere.
Weren't we given a paper?
Were you?
I'm
don't
asking
remember.
you,
It's been a
DM.
minute, God.
It's been like a month and a half.
I didn't remember.
I believe we were given a letter
Yeah.
when we were in the room.
I don't know.
I think you were, yeah. And if not, it exists now.
It all of a sudden
Meta.
exists. Meta. The DM's like fuck, and he summons a paper in your hand.
Check
The
your
guard
pockets.
takes the letter.
There's a sigil.
Here's a letter.
Guard takes the letter, opens it. His eyes just kind of scan the page, doesn't really look like he's reading it all too heavily, and says, "All right." He hands back the letter and says, Lieutenant Eliza will be in his tent about that way. It's the big one. You can't miss it.
All right. I assume we just make our way over there.
All right.
For all intensive purposes, I've got my pumpkin on my head.
Who is it going with?
I'll
Can,
go
hang-
with
I'm
you.
big go. I big go.
I was gonna say, could I maybe like kind of do some, not snooping around, but I want to kind of get a feel of like the numbers, the rank, like positioning, just kind of like information gathering.
Would you like to roll a gather information check for me?
Oh my god, it's
I-
time for
I-
the roll that I
was also gonna say I can have you go up on Fair Dune if you want.
I'd
It'd
rather
still
just.
be a gather information check.
Why can't I just spot some things instead, Kyle?
gather that information.
That's not a spot.
I'm
You're
spotting.
legitimately compiling information. That's not something that
You
you,
know
can
what?
just be like, oh, well,
Yeah,
I know
I'll-
everything now.
I'll take Fair Dune.
I would say with Fair Dune, it's a +2.
Okay, cool.
Um,
Thanks, Fair Dune.
It's easier to get a bird's eye view of the whole situation.
Yeah. I'll be back. And then
Bird's eye view.
that's cocked. So, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Is
I'm
that
not
the-
real great.
That's the one skill you don't have a plus 30 in.
If y'all look at your sheets, gather information is a charisma check.
Oh, it is. That's why mine is a 5.
So
Yeah.
thanks to Fair Dune, I'm now at a + 1. I rolled a 5.
5.
So a 6.
Nope, that's a 5 in total.
Oh,
You go. You glance over the entire camp and you do quick math in your head, judging if there's maybe like 2 to 4 people per tent, and there's 150, 200 tents. That's like 300 to 400 soldiers. But could be entirely wrong. You don't know.
Yeah. Are they like making a lot of light? Like, is it obvious that they're here? Are they trying to hide that they're
it's
here?
known that they're here. The tents go all the way up to the river.
Okay.
So it's like a full-on
So-
siege, basically.
So it's a siege. So this isn't like a
Gotcha.
surprise attack. This is a siege.
Gotcha. All right.
Or
Yeah,
at the
I'll just
very least,
Participating in a siege, guys.
yep.
or at the very least, a
And we're on the attack.
draining of resources.
Gotcha. All right.
Somebody's been playing Total
What?
War.
What's the moon like
I've
while I'm
never
up?
played a Total War game before.
While
You
I'm
probably
up,
like it.
I think you would, actually.
while I'm up here on Fair Dune. What's the moon like?
You look up to the moon.
Yeah.
It's getting pretty close to full.
Oh, if I getting like a
Maybe-
deja vu moment of the last time I was on Fair Dune,
No, you were on a Pegasus.
I was on a Griffin
A Pegasus.
last time.
Or a
It was not a
hippogriff.
big-
It was a
It was a
hippogriff.
hippogriff.
Hippogriff. It was a hippogriff.
I was like, I can't.
Yeah,
I
you're
was like,
getting
so-
close. Not exactly. You're maybe a few days out from a full moon.
That's what you said last time,
That is
Kyle, and then I
exactly-
changed.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna change.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm up in the air while they're doing stuff.
Okay. Do the rest of you head to the tent?
Yep.
Okay. You make your way through the clutter of tents and whatnot. Most of the guards or soldiers are not. It doesn't look like they're ready for a fight. They're still wearing their full plate mail. None of them are wearing their helmets. None of them are holding their weapons or shields. A lot of them don't even aren't even wearing their weapons. A vast majority of them don't even have their bracers on. So as you walk through, each of them kind of like give you a look and a kind of a nod and a wave as they watch you pass. Each tent has their own campfire. Some tents have a communal campfire, which extends upward more into a bonfire situation. It's very solemn, almost. But, yeah. You continue, and eventually reach the lieutenant's tent. And much as you were informed, it is the largest tent out of all of them. Most of the tents don't look like they contain more space than maybe 2-3 beds at once, maybe some bedrolls. But this one is wide. It's almost triple wide. All of the other ones with wide kind of like flaps that are held open by rope. A wide table full of a map that shows the city of Leylshei and the surrounding areas, different flags. And you can see Lieutenant Elder himself is an older gentleman. Maybe he is human, maybe in his late 50s, so he's graying almost entirely, and his short-cut hair is also wearing full plate mail, no helmet. Numerous scars kind of litter his face. He does have a very well-groomed mustache and a bit of a 5 o'clock shadow showing. He is completely pale in one of his eyes, and the other one is blue. And he looks up at all of you guys and says, "Hello. I can only assume that you're Our saving grace, I should say.
Yeah, I think we're working as strategists.
Whatever the king or the king's advisor said. How do you spell his name, by the way?
Elizer. Elizer.
E-L-I...
Eliza.
Okay.
Eliza.
Did you get information on us at all? Do you know?
Well, before I was even informed that I'd be working with you, your reputation precedes you a bit. Knowledge about what you've done on Bleakspire with the Lord Commander of the Order Agma, and also your dealings with a vast majority of the horsemen. So I must say, it is quite the honor to be working with you. It seems victory on the war front is not as a bleak prospect with you all on our side.
Sorry, I was gonna ask, do I know of this man? Like, has any of his achievements been well enough documented to be, like, in a book?
Make a knowledge history check. Straight
I
knowledge
get a
history.
+2! 8!
Growing up where you did, it wasn't often that you heard about Valen generals, commanders, or military men all too often. It would take a very, very famous example for it to reach up, because the list of notable lieutenants and commanders is long. Valen is mainly a military state, so names like Elizer will just get lost in the gaggle of everything else.
Roll, Kyle?
Sure.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
That's a 52.
That's a 13 on the die, plus 30.
43.
43?
Far off.
I mean, yeah,
Why not?
he's a general.
He's cool.
A lieutenant. He doesn't really have any notable history of service. Just that he is a lieutenant. That's really all you know.
All right.
Did they inform you that I'm a free water? I'm a successor
Indeed.
to the city.
Yes. Which gently complicates things a little bit, but hopefully not too much.
Why is it complicated?
Conflict of interest, we should say. I have a mind to start the siege already, but I haven't wanted to, if I'm being perfectly honest.
I see.
How long has your force been known to the people of Leylshei?
About a week, maybe a bit more.
And they haven't made any attempt to breach and attack?
No. From what I know and what our scouts have told us, they don't want to engage. There are too many innocents inside the city, so I don't really want to engage back.
Oh.
What is the plan? You just starve them out?
Currently, track right now, yes, is to starve them out. Unfortunately, though we have cut off all means of physical escape, on foot, by air, by sea, magic means of entering and exiting the city is something that we can't quite lock down right now, but...
Yeah. It's easier said than done to deal with.
We are currently hoping that the amount of resources that can be brought in and out of the city is vastly
Hampered?
at a deficit to what they truly need for the citizens stuck inside the city, and that hopefully it will be a bloodless surrender, but I think that prospect is rather unlikely. So if any of you have suggestions, I'm all ears.
So, there's something... Oh.
I was gonna ask if Cash recalls any sort of siege that has gone like this. Like, what would be like the genuine thing, the general thing that you would do when there are civilians in a city that you're attempting to siege?
Make a history check.
Depends if the people who are sieging are good or are not.
36.
Don't think
46.
they're
Sorry,
accomplices.
it's
They're not
16.
civilian casualties. They're acceptable losses.
It depends on who's doing the siege. It depends on who's doing it.
Collateral damage.
Generally, the first thing most generals of note have done before is first have a meeting on neutral ground with whoever is in charge of the city or castle that they are besieging, and if a peaceable solution cannot be met either by them surrendering outright or vice versa, sometimes negotiations are made to evacuate the city of civilians first before a siege is started. But that's really all you can think of.
So there is actually something that I can probably do. I can send an animal in with a message to your father, Nulson, telling them to lay down their weapons and let peace reign, so that no blood may be spilled.
You think that will work?
I don't think that would work at all.
Well, it's not going to cost me anything to do it, so I can just kind of
yeah, but that
We've sent plenty of messages. I even
have
met
they
with Lord Freewater himself, and it seems that they are in no position to stand down right now.
Have they considered an evacuation?
I brought this
And
up as
lose
well.
their human shield?
I brought this up as well, and the Lord Freewater does not wish to go down that route.
Yeah, I'm not
We are
shocked.
stuck.
Well, we can give them a strict timeline before we start. Hey, hey, this is happening at break of dawn tomorrow, and if the civilians are still there, that's on you.
I mean, we could give them like a couple days at least.
I would also hesitate before committing our army,
Giving them
to massacring
ult-
civilians.
I
Yeah,
don't
an
want
ultimatum.
people to, but
Yes, and also I wouldn't want as. I'll be honest. I want as least or less amount of damage to the city as possible, preferably.
Also, if you order these soldiers to kill civilians, the possibility that they revolt against us.
well, I think it's
Relatively
less of
Yes.
we'd order them to kill civilians and more that if civilian casualties are a thing that happen either through the siege of catapults or other ranged artillery, that's kind of on Lord Freewater rather than us, because we
Nulson,
gave
do
them ample
you-
opportunity to get out.
You've lived here your whole life. Do you have any knowledge
Most of it, yes.
of secondary entrances into the city or the keep?
I'm assuming the answer is going to be no on the city aspect, but maybe on the keep.
And the keep, by its very nature, the keeps and palaces are always fitted with many emergency exits in the event that a siege were to happen and whatever lordling is living inside of it needs a quick exit. You know a fair few. You cannot definitively say that you know all of them, but you know quite a few.
I mean, I know a decent amount on getting in and out of the keep. Just nature of living
know
there.
any that are perhaps more secretive? Considering you're with us, I imagine your father's going to expect us to use them, but...
I mean, a lot of them would be secretive. I don't know of all of them. I assume there are more secretive ones than others.
Right.
Realistically, I don't know. He would probably expect us to use it if he knows I'm here, and I assume he does at this point. Maybe he doesn't. Lieutenant, do you think it would be good to parlay with him again since I'm here? I'm a different leverage point, or do you think that would just make it worse?
We could open the possibility, now that you're here. You might be more receptive to certain ideas, but I wouldn't count on it.
Yeah.
Kyle,
Yes, Aktha?
does concealment mean invisible?
Concealment means like cover.
Yeah.
Okay, so the reason I ask is Fairdoon has shadow blend, so as long as it's not in bright light, he gains concealment. But like, would that add?
Yeah,
to-
that basically means that they're harder to hit.
But it wouldn't add to like a hide check or anything.
Not really.
Okay. Okay, I was just wondering because I was like, I can have Fairdoon like go in or whatever and like look around.
Well, if you
But if he's not invisible, I don't want to risk that.
now on a different tactic, would you want us to actually breach the city ourselves and try to forcibly capture my father?
I believe if we want this to end quickly and without bloodshed, I fear a measure such as that would be necessary. Sneak behind the bulk of the forces,
Yeah.
capture the lord in question, and force him to surrender on physical terms, shall we say.
We're post the knowledge of the Geneva Conventions, right?
What is that supposed to mean?
Does,
I was
does
saying-
Geneva exist?
Does Geneva exist? I was gonna say
Okay.
we could have them distracting up in the front, being like making like a big show while we just sneak in the back.
I mean,
and take out.
war crimes do exist.
Okay. Just had
War
to
crimes
ask.
are a thing.
I mean,
Um,
I don't think a distraction is a war crime.
Right.
If that's what you're getting at.
Well, the way my mind was thinking about it was like if they fake a surrender and make like a big show of it.
Which is a war crime.
That
yeah.
is a
Yeah,
war crime.
That part is a war.
Faking
That
surrender
part
is a war crime.
yeah.
Right. So I wanted to check.
So, yeah, it's a war crime.
Okay.
Generally, armies don't want to fake surrender.
Right.
So, from my understanding, my father isn't even willing to negotiate anything, is he?
Oh, no. He is willing to negotiate just on his terms, you know? Us leaving the city alone, those kinds of terms.
So
I see.
not negotiating.
Yeah, so he's just doing it in his own self-interest.
Is there a I'll give you
could
blank
say that.
if you leave? Or is it just leave?
Yes, I mean, it's strange. Really. I've known Lord Freewater for quite a while. In fact, it's why I chose to helm the siege. He's a lot of things. He's straightforward. He's shrewd. But he's persuasive. And he knows how to make a deal.
But not on this.
I may be imagining it. I don't know, it's been a few years since I've seen it, but I don't know, something was off with him.
Hey, Kyle.
This could be a very, my reluctance to start a siege talking, but I don't know. That's neither here nor there, though. If you can somehow find a separate way into the city, that would be rather fine.
Getting into
Easy.
the city, I don't think will be a problem for us.
Hey, Kyle. We're dealing with Ogma.
Yes.
Would it be... I imagine this is a yes, but could we assume that Ogma would pull some mind control crap?
Mind control,
Like-
perhaps, but to what extent you do not truly know.
Has it ever happened in the previous war? Like people getting controlled by the gods, like their will getting taken over, or partially even?
Typically, no.
Okay.
Typically, the gods have surrounded themselves and filled their armies with people who already have devotion. Because something as fickle as mind control magics and whatnot can be broken, which can be messy. So the gods are known to surround themselves with people who are devoted already, as their trust can be relied on without contingencies.
Lieutenant, did he talk about why he seceded from Valefell? Or Valen?
I didn't want to breach the subject, so no, we didn't talk about it.
Of what? Sorry.
Our meeting purely had to do with the siege at hand. So.
It was about why he seceded. Okay. Alright. I'm just confused why he picked Ogma. I mean, if you've known my father, our family followed Ilmater for a long time.
Which is odd. From my information, based on what you're saying, he wasn't acting himself.
Not
Maybe
exactly.
Or his mask was off. It showed his true self.
We did talk about there maybe being an ulterior motive of why he, encouraged his two sons to flee. Maybe he knows something we all don't.
I can at least say that he's likely not mind-controlled, if that brings you any sort of, I don't know, information. But it's not a 100%, and it could be that someone else has taken effect that isn't Ogma.
I fear speculation like this will lead us in circles.
Yeah, it will.
Yes.
You're right.
Perhaps then we need to find a way into the city.
Yeah.
You said you said you know entrances into
The keep,
or exits from the keep, but sometimes those exits lead directly outside the city. Do you know any of those?
I'm assuming no. Yeah. No.
The keep is like in the dead center of the city, so unless if it would go
Very
through like a sewer system or a tunneling system, which doesn't exist to your knowledge, to be fair.
The keep is in the center of town. The chances of that are slim to none.
Right, and you said your father's a mage, right? So teleporting
Well,
in
magic
is likely
user
not
at the very least.
Right.
Magic user, yes.
Do you know of any archers? We have two options. We could bulldoze our way into the city.
So,
or...
Leylshei has we kind of do a lot of ranger shit, so that could involve archery.
I see. All right.
I mean, I was trained in archery to protect my brother.
My problem is we're not the stealthiest group.
We are not.
I could
Other
deal
than
with
Tomo.
that. I could deal with
Well,
that.
I'm pretty stealthy.
I am not stealthy.
So
No, you're
But-
not. No, you're not.
With this ring, I mean, I could take off the armor, and that makes me quieter, at least.
getting in and out of the city, I could summon giant owls for us to ride on.
That's what I was asking about flying in, but it seems that would actually be a bad idea.
Right, well, we can choose to use them to get out as well.
Oh, no,
They are pretty sneaky creatures.
An evacuation would be rather wise to keep that on hand.
Yes. How are we going to start an evacuation is the thing.
Well, they have to have an alarm bell, right? Like we're under...
Bells around the city.
Yeah.
I suppose
Once the bells
step
ring,
one,
I think if you trigger one,
around the
rest-
city.
Yeah, if you trigger one, the other guards at the other ones might actually just follow
once the
suit.
bells ring, an attack will start.
The attack will
bells
start
are-
if we ring it?
Bells are the universal signal for attack. Under attack, defensive positions, whatnot.
Yeah.
Right, but that way we can at least clear the streets of people for the siege.
Well, perhaps first we should try meeting with Mr. Freewater again with Nulson.
Maybe. It might do nothing. I don't know how
Also,
much...
at least lead to an evacuation.
I did have a question for you.
For me?
For Kyle.
For Kyle.
Yeah.
Sympathetic binding.
Yes.
Let's say I make 2 haystacks bind, right? If I light one on fire, does the other one also catch on fire, or does it just start withering
Yes.
the damage?
They both catch on fire.
They both catch on fire. Okay, so what would happen if I named one?
If you sympathetic bound one, so the thing with sympathetic binding is that they are physical actions.
Right.
So naming one would break the binding of the other.
Okay. So I couldn't, make them both a road.
No.
Okay.
Don't destroy the city, please.
Well, it's more a question of if I was to get 2 arrows bound that are about to shoot at each other, could I get them either both to disappear or get them both to, hit each other instead? But I don't know.
Something that would work.
Right,
is-
doing 2 arrows.
Well, yeah, 2 arrows, and then you have magnets or something binding the arrows to the magnets, and then clacking the magnets together. The arrows would.
I mean,
Work
what
together.
we also have is the explosive sigils.
This is true. I was thinking about that as well. If we just put them all at the base of the keep, but that's the literal nuclear
That's
option.
terrorism.
That's the literal nuclear option.
As we're
That's
not
also a
trying
war
to
crime.
destroy the city.
We're not trying to.
A city
But just
that
because
very
we're
much...
not
Someone in the
trying
party
to-
very much cares about...
Put the sigils on the city that's us trying to destroy the city.
Well, what I'm saying is we might
No.
not be trying to, but we might have to.
I think there's plenty of ways that Kyle has worked this that we don't have to.
But if we fuck up bad enough, we're
Jacob,
gonna have to.
you're getting the murder hobo
Victor's
illness.
not here. Victor's not here.
Victor's not.
You won't
Yeah.
fuck it up bad enough.
Also,
Okay.
Jacob, that's something we don't think about until 3 natural ones roll. Not before.
This is
Nulson
an on the
doesn't
way
want
out. We
damage
blow
to
up
the
the
city.
keep. Talk
What?
about taking down figureheads. Anyway.
He looks up at you. Well, says, "Well, it would seem so far our options are for you all to find a way inside the city and meet with the Lord Freewater, try and
Yeah.
convince him to end the siege physically. Barring that, improvisation."
Improvisation is
Since
something we are good at.
What kind of fans of winging it?
Can we not destroy the city at all, please? That'd be my preference.
I don't
Well,
want
we
that-
haven't
to.
well, that-
destroyed a city yet. Why are you constantly afraid of that? That's not something we've done
Someone eroded an entire fort.
on purpose.
Yeah, that was
That
the,
was
that
the
was
plan.
the objective.
That
You're
was the
telling
objective.
Yes, I did my job well. Thank you for noticing.
Yes, we succeeded in our plan. And
Objective succeeded successfully.
We also protected an entire island from being destroyed, so I think we're pretty good at that too.
We're 1 for 1. I mean, as in
2 for
1
2.
savior for 1 destruction. That's what I meant, 1 for 1.
I think right now have your I'm going to imagine this is a no, but have you one sec. Magic insight. I just remembered that I was like, I should probably see if we're getting scryed right now.
We have
15
anti-detection
minutes.
magic.
Well, yeah,
Well,
but the lieutenant.
Lieutenant
lieutenant in front of
doesn't.
us
Yeah,
doesn't.
that's true. That's very true.
also, me and you don't, Nulson.
I
Well,
also
I thought
don't.
we
Yeah,
have
you
now.
do.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, we
we were
do?
given
Tomo
10,
doesn't.
and we took the ones off of Redwood and Thalmir.
Oh, Tomo doesn't.
Tomo
And
doesn't,
Tomo
because
isn't
I
wearing
already,
one.
I already have 2 amulets.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Shit. That might be a bad idea.
Nothing there, I'm imagining.
No.
Okay, cool. That was like 1 minute. Okay, we're good. Have your people found any other entrances, or?
Right now? No.
they're
I do
really-
have some scouts looking about, but it's looking rather unlikely.
I don't know about any other entrances into the city. It's a one-way. Well, airship, I suppose, but that ain't happening right
the air
now.
is locked down, unfortunately, so.
Yeah.
Kyle, can
But-
I swoop in?
Sure.
I
You
was
can walk
actually just
inside.
about to say,
I'm so quiet. I just
Tomo has been looking at the moon a lot, I imagine.
Oh yeah.
With knowledge of the planes, would I have knowledge about our plane and the moon here as well? Or is that just outer planes?
The planes is only outer planes, not material plane.
Okay. Well, based on when the last moon was, can I, and how many days it's been, can I try and calculate in my head when that's gonna happen?
Few days.
Okay, cool.
Hey,
Like tomorrow, few days, or like in 3 days?
Few days.
Few days.
3 days is a few, so it's gonna happen
Few
in 3
days.
days? Or is it happening
Few
tomorrow,
days.
Kyle?
Yeah,
Few
it could be
days.
tonight.
hey, Nulson.
Yes.
How does the city get its water?
Are you gonna poison the water supply?
Why would I poison the water supply?
That was me, Jacob, asking.
No, sewage systems. That's actually really smart, Lex.
Oh.
I say statement of where water supply is.
I say statement.
Oh, pop, 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 pop,
Yeah,
pop,
it's
pop.
the sewage system is rather robust. Most of them lead out into the sea. Usually pretty far away from the fresh water supply at the rivers. On foot or undetected, it would be incredibly difficult to get to any sewer exits. Because they are just straight out into the sea.
With that
It would
being
not-
said, though, I could make it very possible for us to get into the sewer system. If I have a night to rest. Right
Now,
now,
how realistic would it be that the sewer entrances would be guarded?
Pretty likely.
There's some that go out into the sea, but there's a very high likelihood they have watch in that region, because of course they do.
Well,
Then-
I hate to cut things off soon, but it is rather late.
You're
I
right,
assume you
yes.
just traveled, so
Yeah, we truly wanted to just make our presence heard, that we're here, and not to, shoot our airship.
of course.
do you have a timeline just before we leave? Like, do you want this to happen tomorrow?
As
Soon,
soon as
I imagine.
possible, but I will not impose strict time restrictions on you. After all, you are helping us with your own free will, and so whatever works best for you, I suppose.
And it sounds we have similar interests where we don't want innocent blood to be shed.
Indeed.
Have I seen this guy before? If he knows my dad, I might have seen him before.
Maybe a few times, maybe when you were very young, but
Well, it was good to see you again, Lieutenant.
you too. Rest easy.
Yes, I'll try.
I'm gonna rest loose.
As you all
Goose?
exit out of the tent, Nulson,
Oh,
you and only you here.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that.
It's
A
a whistle.
whistle.
It was a whistle.
That's a whistle. Okay.
Oh,
Is it in a certain direction?
Further inside the gaggles of tents. Off to your right, as soon as you exit the tent of the lieutenant. You look around. Seemingly nobody else heard it.
Hey, if you would all give me a second, I'll meet you all on the ship. I just want to look around.
Okay, how long before we assume you're dead?
I feel like this is a relatively, like the morning, I guess.
You could have Fairdoon go with him.
I could, yeah. You okay with that? I can watch through his eyes, hear what he hears.
I mean, I just wanted to walk. How about like an hour? Does that make you feel better? Like an hour?
Sure, yeah. In an hour, we'll send out search parties.
Yeah. I'm not planning to like.
With hounds and flashlights.
Keep in mind, we are in the middle of a battlefield right now.
Well, we're in the middle of a siege camp.
Allied army tent.
We're in the middle of a siege camp.
You're not wrong. Things do happen outside the walls when a siege is about to happen.
Like heavily guarded siege camp. I think I will be okay.
You never. Hey, that's what we thought about Dacton, and then he showed up in the middle of town to talk to Tomo.
Just give me an hour. I just need an hour. If I'm not back by an hour, come look for me.
Okay, that's all I was saying.
That was quite the tongue twister, Octa. In the middle of town to talk to Tomo?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
To talk to Tomo, Terrestrial did. Yes. Or Dacta did.
You step aside. Start following the sounds of the whistle. You hear it again a few more times. Like piddle, almost mimicking the sound of a bird.
Now I've got a piddle, Kyle.
Don't say piddle, Kyle. Didn't even use it right.
Lex, you're not even here.
Yeah.
After a while, you find a fire pit outside of a vacant tent. It is lit, and hanging from a tripod over the fire seems to be a cast iron pot filled with something stewing. You look down on it, and you hear from behind you, "If you haven't eaten dinner already, I can go ahead and serve you a bowl." And stepping around from behind you, wearing full plate armor and wearing a sword identical to the other soldiers, but identical face, is Ericus, that rogue you had met inside the interrogation room when you first entered Keimhurst.
Interesting.
Who?
The rogue dude who gave me an offer that I did not refuse.
He
I have no
sits
memory
down
of this.
In the interrogation.
He sits down
What?
on a stool by the fire pit, pulls out a bowl and starts ladling soup and says, "So you're here."
Yeah, why am I not shocked to see you?
You shouldn't be. This is the entire reason of our deal.
I guess you're right, but it's a little
Being here
earlier than I was expecting.
earlier, you're the one who's here.
Yeah, I guess you're right. And I'll take a bowl. Yeah, fuck it. And I'll sit
Hands
with
you
it.
it. Pulls out another bowl.
Does it smell decent? Like, am I gonna die?
It smells really good. It's a lamb stew, very slow cooked. Potatoes, carrots, the like inside of it.
For the meme, I'm gonna cast delay poison on myself.
Okay. He sees you casting a spell and he says, "You know, it would have been a really terrible idea for me to poison you, right?"
Oh no, it's a terrible idea. I kind of just, whenever I'm given like food by people that I don't trust, I kind of do it.
You don't trust me?
Well, not yet.
We entered a deal.
Oh, I respect our deal. I want to trust you, and I'm building up trust for it.
Well, I am wounded. That's not even know that. My, shall I say, contacts inside the city have been rather dark. Either something happened to them, or they escaped and got out of Dodge as quickly as possible. So I have a very baseline understanding of what's going on in the city. Right now, there's a court order that all civilians are to stay inside at all given times. If there's anything any civilians need, they only need to flag down their nearest soldier, in order to Agma Paladin, obviously, and they are to provide them what they need.
Oh, great.
I was also... couldn't help myself, but I was listening in on your conversation with the lieutenant. You need a way into the city?
Yeah, we do.
Well, I just so happen to know one. And since you and I are in a mutually beneficial agreement, I figure it only necessary for me to tell you.
Interesting. Okay.
You see, long ago, there was a mage that lived in the city. Zaith, they called him. Zaith. Zaith.
Zaith.
Now, this mage was very, paranoid, in fact. He grew up in Leylshei, so it was where he initially made his base of operations before, turning heel, fleeing the nest, if you were, finding somewhere else, someone more reclusive. And if you don't know, Zaith, the new nest he found would soon, very soon, related to the lifespan of elves, as it were, would become the Asia Concordia. For fear of what the mage put inside of his mage tower, the thing has long since been abandoned. It's been a big thing within the leadership of Leylshei to keep that tower out of bounds. Where we come into play, Zaith had an emergency exit out of the city. He was paranoid after all. I know where the emergency exit leads to. So if you can get to where the exit leads to, perhaps you could use the exit as an entrance. Get inside the tower.
Why are you helping so much? I know we have this mutually, like we made a deal together, but...
You're the one who doesn't trust me. Tell me, what would I gain from giving you false information?
Nothing. Because if I die, our deal means nothing.
My point exactly. So whether you use the entrance or not is entirely up to you. I've simply given you knowledge of where it is. In fact, if you have a map, I can point it out to you.
All right, I pull out a map, yeah.
Reaches in, grabs a pen, marks a point north of the city inside the foothills and mountains that cover the northern edge of the city. Somewhere right there. It is concealed with magic, after all, so someone who is able to see through magic, which I assume is a majority of you, be helpful.
I have to ask. I never met I don't want to say roguish type because that seems insulting. Someone who works in the shadows, be this, like, magically connected, I should say is the term I want to use. You're more magically connected than anyone I've met in your line of business.
I'm going to take that as a compliment.
It is, believe you me.
I'm just going to say, you certainly have met people of my inclination, people who work for me, people who I work for. You just don't know it.
Interesting.
They'll never say so unless it's beneficial for them. Hence, why you know about me.
Are you the leader, or are you just a
leader of
person?
sorts. A leader of some, a follower of most.
I will say, I might not fully trust you. That doesn't mean I'm not thankful for what you've done. And I want you to know the deal absolutely still stands.
Good. I wouldn't want you backing out, after all.
I'm many things, but I am a man of my word.
Good.
I hope I don't live to regret it. Or die to regret it. I don't want to regret it.
I wouldn't want that either. Now you have your food, you have your information, now get out of here.
Yeah, it's really good, by the way. I want to say it's compliments. But, thank you. And I'll just eat it. I don't want to, like, take his bowl.
He has another bowl.
Okay, I'll just take this. Bye. It was good to see you again, Ericus.
As you stand up, begin making your way over, you turn, start walking over, and you hear a sound behind you. And as you're walking up, you turn around, look up, look over, and you can see there's still a person inhabiting the stool. But he's not Ericus.
Whoa.
He's much older, much more scarred, long silver hair. He's currently eating stew. He looks up at you after you turn around and look at him and says, "What are you looking at? Scram!"
Oh, sorry. Thought you were someone else, and I scram.
Do you return to the airship?
I do. I cut the time, though. It's like a good maybe 40 minutes before I return.
Okay.
45.
The rest of you, is there anything you would like to do with your evening before laying down for sleep?
No, but Kyle, I don't know how often you check character sheets. I want you to know I did have to update mine. I forgot to put my misc mod for my skilled feat that I took from Fair Dune's Evolution. So I just added that to my diplomacy.
That's fine.
Utgard is gonna find Oxtha.
Okay.
Hello. You probably find me in Tomo's room.
Okay. Like, knock on the door. It's like, Oxtha, are you in there?
Oh, yeah, one moment. And I'll come to the door and open it.
Do you still have the feather on you that we got from,
Yes.
What was her name?
Her name was... Raphaelia. Yeah, I have a feather.
Would you mind if I took it for the night?
Yeah, go for it. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if this is like a one-time use kind of thing. Not entirely sure. But you can have it. I mean, you know, if it ends up being a one-time use kind of thing, just let me know.
Is there a roll I can see to see if it is a one-time use thing?
Do you want to make a knowledge arcana check if you have it?
Oh, well shit, can
not,
I do that?
Sure.
Okay.
I'll just make a straight knowledge check then.
Okay.
Well,
I got a 33.
33?
never mind.
What did you get?
12.
12? You have no idea. For you, Oktha, knowing that the enchantment is more related to message than anything else, you would know items of its like are not one-time use things, so it is very unlikely that this is a one-time use thing as well.
Okay. I will say, you know, to kind of backpedal a little bit, I assume it works like a sending stone, so it probably isn't like a one-time use. But just if it is, just let me know, you know. Because this is like sending stone from an angel. I don't know how that works.
Yes, it. I can't say I've ever used something like this before, but
Right.
we'll see. Thank you, and
Yeah, of course.
good night.
Good night.
Then Ukar will go to his room,
Okay.
and so is it like literally just like a sending stone to the angel?
It's a feather, and you speak into the feather the message you want to send to Ophelia.
Okay.
Still 25 words, I assume.
Nope. No limit.
Oh. That's kinda nice.
Utgard says, fuck you for not save my wife.
For not save my wife.
My wife.
My wife.
Think about wife.
Right, wife.
Life good.
Mad. Life good.
Wife fight back.
Wife,
Get
get
a
a wife.
Think about wife.
Sad.
Regret.
Regret.
Alright, the whole character.
I'm trying to think of what exactly I want to say.
You don't got a limit. You can say it all.
You can lay it all bare.
After Ugard stares at the feather for a while, just sort of thinking about, and he like sets it down and like on the desk,
A draft.
and just sort of contemplates what he wants to say. And after about like 15 minutes, he picks it up. He's going to say, Raphaelia, this is Utgard. We met at Dragonfire Island. This might be a selfish request, and you have every right not to humor me. But I was wondering if my wife, Rena, is happy, if she's okay, and if you know. I don't know exactly how to end this, so I'm going to stop talking.
You hold the feather up to your mouth, and as you speak, the quills of the feather kind of move with your voice. As you pull it away from your mouth, look down at the feather. It's a good, long while before there's a knock at your door.
He'll go and open it.
It's your wife.
You open it.
That'd be fun.
You open it, and Raphaelia is there,
Oh.
standing in her tattered cloak, pulled tightly around her, hood drawn over her head, golden eyes piercing past it, and she says, "Hello, may I step in?"
Of course. You did not have to come personally. I apologize.
It's quite all right. The feather's one way, and I would want to enter directly inside your room.
Well, of course. Is there anything I can get you, like a drink or something?
It's all right. I won't be here for long. She swipes the hood off of her head. The very bright blonde hair cuffed down her mid back, kind of like keeping it all together in one massive hairy lump almost. And she sits down at the chair and says, "So, do you want to know about your wife?"
It's something that was on my mind ever since you showed up. And I've been debating, asking, and decided to finally bite the bullet, so to say. And that's not a phrase. That probably doesn't exist.
Swing the sword.
Bite
decided
the
to-
arrowhead.
to finally do it. And if you cannot answer, then I understand.
I can answer. My issue is that I don't know where to begin.
Oh,
Your wife isn't dead.
I'm going to be real. Going to be entirely honest with you. When I first saw you, I didn't know who you were. And
to be
you...
expected.
I could have just tested ascending and gave you the information you wanted, but the name Marina was interesting to me. I do know her very personally. After she passed away, she was risen as an angel, rewarded for her devotion. She's my ward, actually. I regret to inform you that
No, Kyle.
ascension to a celestial body is very taxing on the person, physically, mentally. What you say is true, that he was close with her before. She no longer has her memories when she was mortal. I can pass along a message, but I'm afraid it is a very difficult thing for her to believe. And likewise, she is still training to do what I can do. But she is still out there.
Utgard, his face is just like shock. Like his eyes are wide. He isn't like his it's like he's struggling to process everything. And I like to imagine that he was like standing, like when did she sit down? Like on like
She
a
sat down,
chair?
yeah. She sat
Okay.
down at the table.
And Utgard was standing, and then like he just sort of like slumps back and sits on the bed on his bed. I expected something, but this is a lot to take in.
You probably should know better than most that I don't think there are many people out there who are as devoted as her.
No, the more that I know, or the more that I think on it, the more it does make sense. I try my best to temper my expectations. I know who I am. I know what I am. The fact that I am Hellbred, Ellis-born, and the low probability. Anyways,
No probability of what?
Receiving a happy ending, I guess. I've hoped that I would be able to, in my quiet, private moments, that once I pass, I'd be able to spend eternity with Rena, but that will not happen. But it is good to know that she was rewarded, that she is happy, that's enough.
If it's any consultation, she's only one of 7 mortals who have ascended, mind you.
I knew that she'd do great things, and that she continues to. I suppose it doesn't surprise me much, given her overall tenacity. But
She has been rather a handful.
yes,
I
Thank
shouldn't
you.
spend overly long on the material plane.
of course, yes. You must be on your way. Thank you for letting me know. It's very good to know that she's still out there, doing what she does best. Is
Of
there
course.
any chance that her memories return?
If there was even the slightest, most insignificant, unsubstantial possibility, I would say yes. But I can't say yes.
I understand.
Her memories would need to be rebuilt from the ground up. Nothing can be restored.
Well, thank you for indulging my request. It was not necessary, and I greatly appreciate you coming all this way.
It's quite alright. If you need anything more, again, just speak into the feather, and I shall arrive.
I will.
She puts the hood up over her head, opens the door. And it's weird. She opens the door and steps out into the outer hallway of the ship. But when she passes the threshold, she just vanishes. And the door seemingly closes on its own.
After she leaves, Udgar just goes and sits down on his bed and sort of just spends the night processing everything.
Okay.
I'm sure that there are a few tears shed and all that, but overall, at the end of it, I think that he comes out happy.
Kyle, you did the angel loves a demon trope, and I love it.
Is there anything else you would like to do before the evening closes?
Wait, Tomo, are you in the room?
I can be wherever you want me to be.
Oh, okay. I was probably just gonna be like look to you and be like, I don't think I ever told my parents that Agronath is dead.
I feel like I'm forgetting something important.
I'm gonna pull out my sending stone to my mom.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Mom. Late notice. We did.
Reaches it with,
defeat-
"Hey, Mom."
Yeah, we did defeat Agronath.
You're a 9.
So, yeah, that happened. Figured I should let you know.
5 more.
Hope you are well. Love.
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 Wow.
Wholesome.
Did you mention that we're together now? Maybe. I don't know if that's something you'd want your
Shit,
kids.
I didn't. Fuck. Wait, how many times can we use sending stones a day? Is it just
Once. Yeah.
Well-
These particular sending stones are once.
Luckily, it's nighttime.
That's
But
fine.
you get a response. It's a very delayed response, too. You're kind of like, did she get it? Is she asleep? And then you hear, oh!
Oh,
Uh,
this is pretty fucking sick, bro.
I don't know what to say.
I also didn't tell her about the
Better not be a joke. We'll talk about it more when you come home, right?
How are you gonna end it on a question I can't answer?
She doesn't. She doesn't
I know,
that.
I know. Well, she asked me a question, and I can't answer her. Yeah, Mom. Wait a minute. Fuck, I'm out of namings. Well, I could go to Daisy. Yeah, I'm gonna go over to Daisy real quick. I'll be right back.
Okay. You seek out
I'll be
Daisy.
here.
Okay.
I'm Daisy's going to be in Cass's room, and when you open the door, she's going to be. Okay, so if I start like seizing or something, just maybe throw a bucket of water on me or start doing the Heimlich maneuver. I haven't done this many times with him before in the night, so we're just going to see where the night takes us.
Cass is doing this. Sitting in
Did
front of her like,
I walk in on something?
No, not at all, Octa. Well, did you need something?
I did, but why would you be seizing? You've only ever given this warning when you've done something that's going to affect either the future, or hopping into people's dreams, or looking into the past. And I know you can't do that last one anymore.
Oh, no, yeah. Someone might be hopping into my dream tonight, so I'm not sure how that's
Oh.
going to go.
Okay, I will say, I was just coming in to see if you could send a message to my mum.
I like to think she does that face. Like she's got the pumpkin next to her and she goes,
Checks how many spell slots she's used.
Checks the tally marks inside the pumpkin head.
yeah. She does like the thing where you look up while you're thinking, like,
I have one more. I've used 6, but I have 7.
Oh boy, okay, are you
Be
willing
my
to use
last
it?
one. I can use it. I mean, if it's to call your mother, Octa.
It is.
I assume mothers are very important.
A bit, yeah. Can you just tell her, yeah, we will be home soonish. Also, Tomo and Octa are together. That's all I really needed.
All right.
You
Wait,
can't
wait, wait.
reply.
Yes. We cannot reply after this message has been sent.
Do not communicate.
But you can.
I'm going to imagine Octa's wonderful little shorty of a mother with her beautiful little braid and her nice, lovely, rosy cheek. And I'm going to cast Sending.
Okay.
Last message today.
Oh no.
That's how you start.
That's how you start it.
Continue.
Incoming, hot off the press, from your child. She's got a hot new date. And this Tomotaru.
Don't forget to mention something about yes. We'll talk when
Be
Octo's
home
home.
soonish.
She's on a roll.
Yeah.
5 more words, Bear.
Also, be home soon, love.
Yeah. This response comes back a bit sooner. she goes, "Oh, have they finally become official? Huh?
Can't ask questions, Mom.
He's They were a nice fellow. I guess I'll see you soon then." That's it.
She says, see you soon then, and she thinks Tomo is a nice fellow.
Why are you saying it like we're on a reality play?
Oh, you never know when someone's watching.
Is somebody watching?
I don't
Cass
think
is
so.
watching.
Oh, I know Cass is here, but
Magic insight.
Eyes roll back.
Those
Magic
guys.
insight. No one's
Those guys.
watching. I imagine. No one can watch us.
oh yeah, that's
Cass will
true.
do it anyway.
Turns to address the fourth wall.
Cass looks at you and goes, "We all have our amulets on.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, yeah.
Do you want me to check anyway?"
No, it's fine. Oh,
Insight.
those guys.
You never know.
no
You
scribe.
No
never
one's
know.
here.
All right.
Anyone in the world could want to know your dating status. So this is very high
Everyone in
class
the world
and-
wants to know my dating status.
Yeah, they could.
I'm not saying it as a question. I'm saying they do.
Oh, you're.
I don't know. I was trying to be
confident.
confident.
I
Yeah.
like it. No. Keep going. I
No,
like it.
it's okay. I'm gonna
I'm
go.
sure like it
Thank,
too.
thank you for sending the message for me.
You're welcome.
Have a
Damn,
good
this is
night.
good stew.
And please, if something bad does happen, scream.
I'll do my best. I'll have Cass scream for me in the case that I'm unable to.
Okay. Good night.
Who knows? Maybe nothing will happen. He said we'll see. So it's like I kind of got left on red.
I'm fully walking out the door and closing it already.
Okay.
I'm just gonna go back to the room and go to bed.
Okay.
Homo.
If
I'm
there's
just gonna
nothing
do
else.
My little nightly
Honk
grooming.
shoe, honk shoe.
Settle down into my little pillow. And I'm going to do my best to lucid dream.
There's a part of me that really hopes Vecna just doesn't do it because that's really funny.
He's just fucking with you.
He's just stringing you
Cass-
along.
Cass
He'll
is
do it
going
like
to
tomorrow.
essentially keep watch for the first portion of the night, but before it gets to the point that he would be exhausted, he's going to go to bed.
Okay. Yeah. Each of you lay down and eventually find rest. The rain and the sound of the rain is rather soothing. And it's nice sleeping in the bed when the ship isn't moving. But you do all each find rest. Sweet Daisy.
The one eye.
You sleep. And you do dream. You dream of many fantastical places. Many fantastical things, people, events, gods, even. It's very fun. Fun, almost. And you continue, sleep, and rest, and wait and wait. And you do dream of many things that night. But the one thing you do not dream is Vecna. So anyway, you all wake up.
What a little tease, Vecna.
I mean, it makes sense.
Can we
You
say
all-
edgelord?
Edgelord.
God. You all wake up bright and early in the morning. The rain has
That
stopped.
was so fucking funny. I'm sorry.
Good. That was good.
That was
The
very-
I approve.
The rain has stopped. The grass and trees and whatnot are still wet from the rain, but the rain has subsided, but the cloud cover has not gone away. It's not a dark cloud cover, more of a light grayish cloud cover, blocking out the sun, making things dingy and almost dismal. But as you wake up, if any of you are down hit points, you can regain 11. Your daily skills reset, so do your spells.
Anyone
As
else?
you wake
Cast
up,
the important ones.
Back
And
to
as you-
full. I was.
exit out, get ready for the day ahead. That's where we're going to take a short break.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Y'all, as players.
Anyway, getting back
Too
into it.
steady.
You all wake up bright and early in the morning. Again, more of a dour morning with the cloud cover. You all gather your things and gather.
I'm going to say very awkwardly during our breakfast. I'm just going to be like, yeah, I found another way in.
Okay.
You what?
Oh.
Well, it's kind of the only way in that we have so far, so, you know.
Yeah, there's apparently a mage's tower in there.
How do you learn this?
How did you not know about this?
I mean, I
How
knew
do
about
you
it. It's
get
just the
into-
one.
how
It was
does
the
that
place you
helpful?
didn't go to. Well, he had a
Oh.
secret entrance.
Oh, so I see. It was just too late for you to remember that some kind of thing. Then
Yeah.
just came to you in the night.
Mm-hmm. On my night walk, came to me. But basically, I get out a map, and I definitely don't mention that it's already circled. Here it is, circled. It's right there.
Why are you
I'm
being
gonna
weird
insight
about
him once
this?
it's already circled.
Yeah, wait, why are you being weird about
Defense
this?
motive.
That is a 26.
I mean, yeah, there's definitely more to the there's definitely more than to the story than Nulson is letting on, but what that could possibly be, you don't know.
All right. Well, if he doesn't want to share, he doesn't want to share.
So, oh yeah. Also, apparently, I'm sorry. Did I get the story wrong? Did the guy who left found the Age of Concordia?
Yes, Zaith.
So yeah, the guy who founded the Age of Concordia was the mage in the tower.
Zaith?
Yeah, it was Zaith.
Zaith lived. Zaith lived. You know, actually, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Through my studies of being or trying to be a wizard
So, yeah,
as a
the
kid,
thing-
have I heard of Zaith?
Yeah,
Okay.
founding member of the Age of Concordia.
So-
Pretty well-known figure.
Alright.
So the thing is, he was paranoid. He lived in the city, you know, it was his main base operations. He left. But he had an emergency exit out of town. And it should be, like, hidden in that region. I assume one of you can see through magic. But
I
actually,
can't.
positively. The multiple
I
of
can
you
see magic.
So that would be our way in. No one would be in there. The people kind of kept away from it. They were paranoid and shit.
I
Okay.
can foresee magic.
2 things. 1, he just said he was paranoid, so what sort of magical trap should we expect? And 2, was Zaith the kind of person to be known for leaving magical traps as from his paranoia?
Am
Make a
I
history
gonna
check.
be able to disable
Quickly blow my nose.
traps? Can I disable
I
traps?
could always send a summon just barreling in.
35.
We're good now. 35?
Should be fine.
Yes.
Zaith was paranoid, definitely, but he was a mage that was very not known for stooping to the level of trapping his place. He was more the type that when he saw a roach or a spider, he would cast a fireball on it. He was that kind of wizard.
That one.
I
The
see.
trap
A
man.
rat. He was scared of bugs.
Not a trap man.
Not a trap man. Just I'm going to defeat this thing right here and right now.
Not Fred Jones.
I see. Ah, that's right. Trying to think if he laid any traps, but no, all I can think about is the time he blew up a building because there was a spider in the corner.
I'd do the same.
Oh,
Depending on the
one
spider.
thing. One thing we should take note when we're there.
I have no idea.
There's a harsh
There were
order
countless
of no civilians walking around. They're stay indoors.
That's
So
good. Wait, how did you
Well,
learn
where's
that?
the tower in comparison to the keep?
I point out where tower is compared to keep.
Zaith's tower is actually pretty close to the palace.
So you just
that
avoided my
shouldn't be a
question
problem.
then?
So, what did you
yeah.
say?
How did you come to learn that there was a harsh order to keep everyone inside?
I'm my sources.
You're sketchy. And
I always am.
we're about to be in your home field. Can we trust you in here?
Nulson, I kind of like this side of you.
I kind of don't.
I mean, okay, if you want the simple answer, I was walking around a camp. I talked to people.
The lieutenant didn't know.
And someone did, so
I'm gonna sense motive him.
I'm not lying at that point.
Yeah,
there was no
but-
lie spoken.
But you are
Right,
being
but you're
deceitful.
dodging.
Make a sense motive.
Yeah, I am dodging. I am very much dodging.
Can I also make a sense motive?
That's probably
Sure.
smart because I got an 11.
My
I
guy.
don't care.
That's a 19 on the die. And my sense motive is astronomical. Plus 17, 36.
You know it is incredibly unlikely, from both the way Nulson is acting and also the general vibes around the camp, that Nulson didn't get this information from just any old soldier. He specifically met with somebody specific.
Tomo will just silently stare at you.
Is it
Knowingly.
the same person that gave you the map?
No, because we had the map already.
The marking on the map.
Yes.
Do you trust them?
More than I trust the rest of the people there. Trust is a hard thing to gain.
People where?
Do they have any reason? Do we have any reason not to trust them? I suppose is a better idea.
They wouldn't want harm done to me, if that's what you're asking.
And we can trust that?
Yeah.
Alright.
I don't know if it's a matter of if we can, but we have to. So we'll have to make do with the outcome.
Yeah.
Yes, but if we can't, then we can at least prepare for something.
Well, we
The
should
ones
just always prepared.
the one thing I know is they don't want harm to actually come to me. So their information is
When we get to the tower, I can't do my future sight anymore, but I can see if maybe entering the tower wouldn't be so great for our immediate future.
I mean, I think no matter what, entering the city is going to be more of the thing than entering the tower.
true. It's always nice to just maybe prepare and then reassess actions based on that.
When
Daisy, we don't
enter-
really have options.
Yeah, there's not much of an option.
When
Well,
we enter the
there's
city,
always options.
is it going to be like stealth mission, or is it going to be we just kind of book it to the keep?
I'm gonna be honest. We're not really
Based off how close it is, based off on how close it is to the keep, would it be like, hey, we book it and just hope no one saw us?
Trying to move without drawing too much attention to yourselves would still be wise. It just wouldn't be a manner of sneaking past dozens of guards. Maybe a few at most.
We'll want to be at least a little sneaky, at the very least. It won't be like we won't be going against hordes of guards. It's relatively close to the keep.
Understood.
Uthgard, if you're worried about being seen because you're, in heavy armor and whatnot, I could always have Fedun pick you up so you're not clanking around.
I mean, I can just.
Well, you can
do
use
this,
that
and
ring.
He's gonna activate the ring of
Oh,
arming.
right, yeah, the
and
ring. Yeah. Yep.
And all of his gear is just in the ring.
Kyle.
Is it like a swift action to activate, or is it like immediate?
I would need to double check.
Let's see.
Kyle, I have a
I
question.
thought it was a standard.
And I have, I'm telling you I'm doing something before we go in. First off, the question is, for silent spell, the way it's worded in the special is just bard spells cannot be enhanced by the metamagic feat. Does that count for me too, since I'm not technically like a bard?
No.
Okay.
You just draw from the bard spell list. You are not a bard.
Okay. Cool.
It is a standard action.
Then the thing I'm telling you I'm doing is I'm gonna do my blood quickening meditation this morning for Lindis.
Okay. Sounds good.
So we have a plan to get in, but what are we actually doing once we're in?
Well, my personal opinion is we get into the keep, try to speak to my father, and if we have to, take him captive.
Okay,
Is that
so
something you're willing to do?
Are we taking your mother as well?
I would love to leave her unharmed. I would hope she wouldn't even resist in that sense. I would at least hope.
alright, so the plan is we get in, capture your father, hopefully leave your mother alone, and then how do we get out?
And
Or
when we
take
came
his
in,
mother with us, depending on if she wants to come,
Yeah, that'd be on her. And I would hope she wouldn't be, resisting on it. I think, I personally think she would be more understanding compared to my father. I would hope.
I think
If we
that's
were to,
the trivial part.
based on Order Ogma and like the Church of Ogma, if we had this guy prisoner, would they stop their attack, or would they continue to try and kill us even if it meant his life?
Make a knowledge religion check.
Yeah, that is a good question.
I'm gonna assume.
Oh, that's
the
not
latter.
bad. And then, oh God, what's 17 plus 16?
33.
33.
Thank you. 33.
The Order Ogma, and Ogma in general, tends much more towards lawful than anything. And so, if this particular asset was of use to them, they would perhaps strive to protect it more than maybe some other people.
Okay. So we could potentially get them to lay down their arms if we use your father as a bargaining chip. Or
Yeah.
we could try and get out stealthily.
I think both options are equally viable. Just, I hope everything will go all right. I don't want any innocent bloodshed over this.
We should prepare for the worst, but hope for the best.
Mm.
I want to to be clear, I've never wanted anybody, civilian or otherwise, to die, but, you know, it's just always a possibility, so if it does happen, it happens. Like, collateral damage is a real thing. I don't want it to happen, but...
This is just the reality of war. Once you enter a war, morality is dulled.
I guess it's the difference is this is my hometown. These are my people. I don't want them hurt.
Right. But sometimes it's unavoidable. I want to avoid it as much as possible, but...
No, get me... I understand that, but I want that to be the last course of action, if at all possible.
Well, I mean, I don't think anybody's going to be just outright killing civilians, because that's fucked.
To think at the beginning of all this, Akla, you just wanted to go to college.
I still just want to go to college. I've truly been wrapped up in a whirlwind of crazy possibilities.
I just want to go to
There's some more important things we gotta do first.
I'm taking a semester off.
Yeah.
Save the world.
We're taking a sabbatical.
I'm taking a gap year to save the world, no biggie.
I'm taking a gap year because the church decided to rise up.
This sounds like the title of an anime.
Yeah.
A light novel.
Light novel.
Gap year to save the world. No, gap year in another world. There we go.
I'm gonna be honest. As soon as the college thing was done, I just wanted to go home.
Well, that didn't seem to work out, did it?
It did, and then Agronath started showing up, and Tomo went to hell, and then he wasn't in hell, he was in Arborea. It was a whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, so we're getting into the city through this Mage's Tower.
Oh, Mare, if you were talking, your mic didn't pick it up.
I heard it.
I did not.
I didn't.
Oh, well, I was just going to go off topic, but I can save it for another time.
Should we let the lieutenant know our plan?
Probably.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, maybe a little bit.
Could send an animal.
See, that's a whole spell
Or we could just
slot.
go
I
before
was
we leave.
like, if we're going in now,
Lieutenant
I'd rather
Timothy
say...
is on the way.
Yeah, I'd rather say spell slot. You know.
Yeah, we can just walk over and then go. It's I mean, we have gotta, you know.
Truly, it seems like we have as much time as we want to take. Up to, you know, like a point. But I think the sooner the better we do this. But definitely let the lieutenant know.
Yeah, I agree.
So who's gonna go tell the lieutenant?
Well,
Aren't we just all gonna go at the same time?
yeah, wouldn't we all just be
okay,
going?
Yeah, sure. I didn't know. Hey, I didn't know what the plan was, okay? It seemed like nobody was even thinking about the lieutenant, so I just brought it up.
I
it
have
was
something
good for you
I
to bring
need
it up.
to do.
What are you gonna
Sweet Daisy,
do?
we're leaving for a war.
What
Yes.
do you need to do?
Yeah, what do you?
This. And I cast sending, and in my head, I counted this out. It's 25 words. I'm going to send Leons.
Okay.
Leons, I need a favor. Before class tomorrow, I need you to take all the screws out of Gon's chair without his knowledge. Sincerely, your goddess.
Sincerely, your goddess.
Okay.
Ah,
You get... It's a pretty long pause. You can tell he's thinking about it. And you hear... Bet. That's all you get.
Oh my god.
you just
Kill
next.
bear.
Leon's is going to be dead the next time you hear from him.
Yeah.
Oh.
Fuck, I still haven't told Tregobor about his dead wife.
You haven't done that.
Oh, speaking of companions, before we head out, I'm gonna quick go and tell, our two other companions, Declan and Hadelin, what's going on, what we're doing.
Okay. Adolin is working on the engine. And seems to be half listening, but gets the important parts. Nods and says thank you. And Declan is Declan. He's in his pajamas. He's probably oiling his spear Not in a sexual way.
Yeah.
No, in a very.
You said
Ooh.
probably oiling and then pause, and I was thinking like you just like.
Cass walks into him oiling his spear.
Oiling his spear.
Cass comes
just,
back
like,
30
open the
minutes
door.
later.
And then just like slowly close it.
Is this
It
where
is a
all of
bit-
our olive oil's been going?
No, he has his own oil for that. He probably borrows machine oil from Hadolin.
There's gonna be an AO3 fan fiction called
Hadelin's spear.
Not Hadolin, not
Or not
Hadolin.
Hadelin, not Hadelin. Declan's spear. Sorry.
Whoa!
Declan's
Hadolin. Now calm down there, Jacob.
Hadolin is a minor.
I was
Yeah.
talking about Declan.
Declan's spear.
Declan's spear. It's an
Oiled
X-reader.
But
It's an X-reader, POV the spear.
No thanks. I don't like that.
wait, he just nods.
Read it.
He just nods. Says, "I'm good. Be
Oh,
safe."
you could write it, Lex.
But yeah, he just says, "That was good. Be safe."
Don't let anything get you or the ship.
I won't.
Alright, I'm head back to the others.
you should always be safe when oiling your spear.
Ah, fuck! I cut my hand.
It's like blood everywhere. But do you make your way northward, dropping by the lieutenant's tent first?
Hey, we're sneaking in.
Hey, we found a way in,
But
bye.
all you're saying.
No.
Okay.
Hey, bro.
We'll
You
give
drop
him a
in.
rundown.
Lieutenant looks up and he says, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We found a way in. We're going there.
How did you know?
Oh,
Yep.
Wow.
Yes, apparently, Nulson actually knew of another way in. He just wasn't able to think of it last night. So, we're gonna be heading there now.
That's good.
Give us
I
like
assume things are moving apace then.
yeah. Be
Yes.
ready in like an hour.
I'll,
We'll ring the bells inside the town ourselves. So,
I'll spread word around then.
all right.
Be safe.
if it comes to that, we might sneak out with him.
That's true. I will also say, telling us to be safe is inherently a really bad thing, because like we're going into an objectively hostile environment.
I would
Be
prefer
safe.
I would prefer be smart.
Yeah, be smart. Be smart is
No,
good.
Alright, let's go. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Be safe was really
being-
good, actually.
Being smart is part of being safe.
No. See,
I'll have you know.
You guys be safe because you're
Akta,
in
we're
the same.
leaving.
Oxa,
Alright,
no,
goodbye.
Sorry, Lieutenant.
I agree with your thought
I
process,
appreciate
Aksa.
that, Thomas. Thank you.
Generally, when someone says be safe in war, it means don't do something that'll get you killed.
Right.
And also saying, hey, that's not a good
Going
thing to say
war
is
is
kind of
inherently going to get you
insanely
killed,
rude.
though.
But what I will say, as like a counterpoint,
It's just a saying.
we are sneaking in.
being nice.
Evil Oktha coming out.
we are
I hate
sneaking.
you.
We are sneaking into a really dangerous place. Telling us to be safe would be saying don't go.
He's just saying don't die. That's all he's saying. He's saying
He
like
could
don't
just say
die.
don't
Yeah,
die
Yeah,
then.
you could just say
Do
don't
not
die.
This
He
is
was
why
being
I
nice.
That's
been at a
morbid.
theater club in
For
high
most
school.
people.
He took break a leg literally.
I'm gonna be honest. I was more in my books than on the stage. Despite what my words may lead you to believe.
Oktha not understanding phrases.
Let's fucking go into this tower.
You do make your way northward. With the help of the map that Nulson has, that has the marks. It is a bit difficult getting specifically where the map indicates. It takes a bit of hiking. Who is marching order? Who is in the front?
I'd probably be in the front because I have the map.
Make a survival check.
Yeah, one of my best checks. Let's
That
go.
probably doesn't matter.
I think Daisy and I are probably dead.
So that's a very clean 40.
Actually, I think you
Yo.
should take up second front. Cash should take rear because of your movement.
No, but we need you to sense magic.
Oh,
So
that's right. Okay, yeah.
I'll just
clean,
be in
clean 40.
somewhere.
You begin making your way, and
Polo's in a quantum position.
navigating
Yeah,
your way
spot
through the
with the zone.
wilds.
Every chance I get, so every 6 seconds, magic insight. Once
Okay.
we start getting close.
Tell me both is
Your
and
trip-
isn't in marching order.
Your trip takes maybe about an hour and a half.
I am to not be perceived.
Casting magic insight. Eventually, your sight does flag something rather large too. To the rest of you, it looks no more part of the rock, the mountain range. To Cass, you can see a massive illusory wall, as it were.
Found it.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
Do we just walk in?
Is it illusion magic?
It is illusion. So putting your hand against
I'm just
it,
gonna walk
your
in.
hand goes through.
Oh,
That's just-
okay.
Oh, all
Mountain
right.
eat that.
All right. I guess I'll be eating too. Scoop.
You all
Here we
step
go.
inside.
I'm gonna
And-
ride on the back of Fair Dune if it's like less than 10 feet.
It's
Or,
tall for that,
bigger
yeah.
than 10 feet.
So you're good.
Cal, just
Um,
before I go in, can I just do a cautionary spot, or maybe like listen using my scent, just to make sure that we're not being followed or anything?
Sure, make a spot check. Are you using your scent or eyes?
Which one could grant me the more detail, even if it's a higher DC?
Probably spot. Regular
Okay.
with eyesight.
Yeah, then that one. Oh, that's a low roll. 26.
26.
I rolled a
look around.
5.
If I
The
roll
pass-
a 5 on a spot, I get a 5.
The pass
rolled
is
an 18.
barren. You can't see anybody watching you.
And I'll schwarpen.
You all step inside, and it is the mouth of a cave. Very shallow. It doesn't enter out into a wider cavern system. It's just a wide mouth. There seems to be what used to be furniture, but it has long since been disused. It's very covered in mildew, rotted away. Bookshelves full of dusty tomes that are all but entirely destroyed and unreadable. The moment you step in the center, runes of a purplish arcane glow illuminate into a circle, and appearing in the center of that circle is a man, although not entirely there. Cass, you probably still have somewhat of a detection up. This is an illusion as well. Pops up. But you immediately recognize who the illusion is supposed to be. It is supposed to be Zaith himself. Very young, too. Young elven lad. Long, sharp ears, short-cut hair that reaches about his shoulders, wearing a very nice, opulent robe, sharp features. He looks at you all and says, My, how exciting. Nobody's come over here, and I can't remember. What year is it?
It is, and I'm gonna say the year.
My word! You're the first people in near 700 years.
Oh, wow.
How is that there?
You can
Oh.
respond to us.
Again?
Oh.
Are
It's
you,
bad.
are you a projection from
Amazing.
somewhere else, or are you literally like a spell
No,
that can
no. The ladder, definitely. I'm a projection. I'm meant to oversee the emergency exit.
Ooh, apologies. We are merely
Passing through.
using your
tower as a means to get into the city.
Why?
It's bad out there.
Yeah, it's not.
It's
There's
really
a war
bad up
going
there.
on right now.
Do you want the... Oh, yeah. Tell me.
No, while this conversation is going on, now I know that Cass said this guy's not very likely to be the trap kind of guy, but I don't think it's far-fetched to think that he wouldn't make a trap that would cast a fireball to eradicate us, the insects. I do have trap finding.
Okay. Make a search check.
Just in case, I don't want a fireball to the face. That's a nat 1. Never mind.
You don't
We're
see
getting a
anything.
fireball to the face.
Would you like the long story or the short story?
Whichever one you care to give.
Preferably the
keep
short
it brief.
story.
I'm
and we can-
gonna give a brief
medium
summary
story.
of what the fuck's of the current status of not exactly who the two sides are, but the armies that are fighting, and the fact that we're just going.
Like that.
We're not going in for actually kill anyone.
It's fucked. Is it?
Yeah, yeah.
The whole world's
Oh,
upside down at the moment.
Perhaps that's why Zaith left the city.
Oh, so he's not dead? He's not dead?
What do you mean?
Zaith? Not dead?
I don't know.
Well, you just said that's probably why he left the city.
No, I mean, he left the city a long time ago.
Last time this spell was cast was about 700 years ago, and Zaith was leaving.
Yeah.
Well, that was
This
way
war's-
before this.
Yeah, this war has happened within like a month.
Well, he founded a very powerful group.
Well, that's
Zaith?
rather enlightening to hear.
Zaith is
Anyway-
long
To college.
dead. Right?
Lex-
Zaith is
maybe.
long dead.
Lex doesn't know who Zaith is.
Neither
Like,
do
I
Zaith is.
I feel like I should know who he is. But I don't.
Did you miss the talk earlier this
Did
session?
you?
No, I
Really?
did. I just didn't understand. I was like, because you guys were like, yeah, he's this person. I'm like, that still means nothing to me.
The Asia Concordia.
So you know how.
Sure.
Yeah, so you know how there's the Pretoria College that we went to, and how there was another prestige college somewhere else on the continent?
Okay.
He made that college.
Gotcha.
and
There you go.
Caleria was a member of the Asia Concordia.
Gotcha. Goth lady.
Yep.
Yeah.
That killed
The
Redwood.
wizard lady?
The wizard lady that killed Redwood.
Oh
No, just
my
ensured
God.
that he couldn't be resurrected.
That
Yeah.
killed Redwood.
That started the dominoes that led to his death.
It was a really
Yeah.
short domino path.
There was two
Maybe like-
dominoes.
Yeah, maybe like two or
Her
three
and then
dominoes.
Redwood.
It-
Her and then a simulacrum.
The dominoes were Orb, Tarathiel.
Or not being able to heal, massive damage.
Yeah, no, so yeah, he's a pretty famous wizard.
I'm pretty
would you-
sure Zaith is dead.
I mean,
Wow.
I'm gonna be
Maybe,
honest.
I don't know.
Lots of mages fake their deaths at times.
He
Anyway,
very much could be
would you
alive.
allow us to make our way through?
Well, I don't know. Be if I remember I actually have his works.
Oh.
And if you can get in from the exit, that is.
Mm.
I am just a facsimile of the process, not exactly the process itself, if you know.
That makes sense, I suppose.
You know, it's actually really concerning that that no one's been here for 700 years, but people knew about it before that. Like, how did
I mean, they probably just don't have a reason to come in.
to use it? I suppose. Yeah, I suppose you're right.
I mean, you don't have any powerful mages in Leylshei anymore, right?
Maybe.
You have teenagers, though, right? I'm surprised no teenagers have made their way in here by
I
accident.
don't think this is common knowledge.
Yeah, no, this isn't common knowledge.
Hey,
But
maybe you
people
could see how he
stumble-
feels about your dad, Nulson.
Yeah, most
Oh.
teenagers can't see magic.
I mean, why would he know who my dad
Yeah, I don't think this
is?
version
My
knows-
dad's human.
You never know.
I mean, it's been 700 years since he left. He definitely doesn't know my dad.
And we're the first people through here
In 700
in
years.
700 years.
Maybe he knew, like, your great-great-grandfather.
There's a few more
Who
greats
do you know who last ruled Leylshei since like when he made it? Do you know?
Oh, that is a question for the ages, isn't it? I Don't think I know. I am an illusion after all.
No, that's fair. I mean, I'm not gonna like hound you for not knowing. I'm like heir currently to Leylshei.
Are you now?
Yeah, modern heir.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah, I know. Correct. It's a mess.
Anyway, I'm going to see about if I can reactivate this portal. I don't know. It seems that the chairs no longer exist, so maybe just mill about.
I can fix them if you want that.
What would I do with the chair?
I don't know. You can pretend to sit in it.
The moment you go through the portal, I won't exist anymore.
That's depressing.
Existential.
Does that make you sad?
Not really. It means that I've done my job, which is good.
Yeah.
I can keep my owl pet in here for a while.
I have a weird question. Can we like copy you and put you on an airship? Because it would be cool to have.
I don't
you
know
around.
where the source of my magic is, so you're
Could
going to
I-
have to find that on your own.
Could I know? Could I know? I have good spellcraft.
All due respect, I don't know how much I want this guy on the
I
ship.
kind of want this guy on the ship.
I mean, he's kind of cool. I like him.
Charming.
He
Make
could be
a-
like, alert! There's people attacking.
Make a spellcraft check.
We're gonna have an
I'm
onboard
just
AI.
going to let
Yeah, we're gonna have Jarvis. We're gonna have our own Jarvis.
Oh my god, the ship becomes sentient.
Cortana.
24.
Cortana, activate.
24.
Oh
I
my
rolled
God.
kind of bad.
Actually, be
Um,
so cool.
Unfortunately, you
No,
cannot
it's more
see
like the
where
ship
this
from
magic is being
Firefly, I
projected
think.
from.
I'm okay with that.
I have a weird thing then. Because I can target magical effects with my name.
If you just spell this,
No.
Jacob,
I wasn't
just
going
keep
to
in
spell
mind.
him. I was going to see.
No, I know, but just keep.
I was going to see if I
You're
could
gonna
use
target-
naming to show me the source.
Can I also do a spellcraft because I have it?
Unfortunately, no, that's not something that is possible.
Can I attempt spellcraft? I have it, so why not?
Sure.
19.
19? You also cannot.
You need a high roll. Got it.
I got a 24 in failed.
I didn't even
yeah, no,
realize.
you
I thought you got lower.
I
I
got a
rolled
24 and
8
failed.
got a 24.
For some reason, I thought you rolled a 15. And I don't know why.
I
What
couldn't unless I rolled a -1.
That's a 5 on the dice. I don't think I can do any better.
Nope.
Well,
No Jarvis for
okay.
us.
Well, while he's booting up and we're milling about, can I do a search check to see if I can find anything interesting?
Sure, make a search check.
Fair enough. It's gonna be mildewy.
It would have been an 11.
12? It's a bare cave with the remnants of furniture and books. There's nothing
Oh.
interesting here.
Y'all, I
You
forgot
maybe
to
you
mention.
find maybe a cool rock, but that's it.
Yeah. Oh,
I forgot
It's
to
got a
mention.
face
Tom was wearing the new mask now.
Oh,
Oh. Oh yeah.
Nice.
Can I do a magic insight of the room?
Sure.
is it just like all magic?
Anything else magical?
Other than what? Other than the illusion himself and what he is working with, no.
Oh, okay.
Gonna let him try to boot it up.
Let him cook.
Let him
Let him
cook.
cook.
He looks around. He starts casting spells, drawing glyphs on the air, and is like, that's not going to work.
Oh, I think actually if
He reaches out and he grabs a staff and he starts hitting the top of it.
Can I see what he's trying to do? Like, can I tell what spells he's trying to cast?
Make a spellcraft check.
Does anyone have read
That's
magic?
a 32. I do have read
let me-
magic.
Hey, man.
Do I have read magic?
I do
If-
have read magic.
He does not seem to be casting spells that are of common knowledge. These seem to be custom spells made by Zaith himself.
Zaith's magic portal.
Could I cast read magic?
And he's like, thinking.
I do not have read magic.
It's a spell. Lex, it's a spell.
Right! I remembered it. There's nothing I can do to activate it. You need a word, a specific word.
Oh.
Do you know
An
the-
activation word, as it were. And that's what I'm here for. I'm here to, like, give you the riddle.
Oh, it's a
you to
riddle.
Oh,
figure
I
it
see.
out.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
you
that's
know?
fun. That's fun.
I just have
Okay.
to remember the riddle.
Oh, yeah,
If
it's
I-
been 700 years. I get it. I understand.
If I speak friend in Elvish, does that work?
It does not work, unfortunately. This is not the Lord of the Rings.
Okay.
Can I just like try and help him by stating random facts I know about Zaith that might help?
Sure.
It's like
I'm just gonna
maybe a
say,
riddle
I'm just
about
gonna say
this, 'cause
Leylshei.
he's known for this, or maybe a riddle about this, or
All right, I'm just going to start throwing out a bunch of riddles, things that are
Alright.
in my brain.
Just a bunch
and
of
maybe
riddles. Okay.
yes, and maybe one of them is the answer. Right, here we go.
right.
He rubs his hands together, and he's like, forward, it is a ton. Backwards, it is not.
A
What am I?
boulder on a hill.
Time?
No.
What was the second half? Sorry. Backward, I'm.
Forward, I am a ton. Backwards, I am not. What
Just a word
You're the word ton.
ton.
Yeah.
Correct. That
Yeah.
wasn't the answer, because I did realize I said it.
Yeah, you said both of them.
So
You
it
said-
did not activate the portal. Got it. I'm thinking.
Rebooting.
What word,
Hmm.
when you add 2 letters to it, becomes shorter?
Short.
Or shorter.
right.
Yeah, shorter.
It wasn't the answer either. Sorry, I'm going to get this eventually.
This guy is just laying down. He's taking an old man nap.
I love
You're
this.
doing
This is
a
great.
really good job.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Honestly,
Wait,
I
this is-
appreciate the elementary riddles because I don't think I'd be able
This
to.
is,
get
this, is
riddles.
this is probably it. What gets broken without being held?
Silence.
No,
Oh, okay.
it's not the answer.
Broken without getting help.
Without getting held.
Oh, held.
A
Trust.
baby?
Oh, yeah, trust.
Wind.
No.
Hearts.
Breaking wind off.
Yeah. Yes, I did make a fart joke.
Well, technically, you do hold a fart, so.
Right, exactly.
Oh, got him. It's broken without being held.
I would think
Hearts?
silence as well, but obviously that's not it.
Silence, yeah. Now that I'm thinking about it, I do think that this is it.
It's not a
Very
heart,
awkward if it
is
wasn't.
it?
That'd be weird.
Okay.
It's broken without being held.
Broken without being held. Without being. I
Magic?
feel.
Breath.
Reality.
Concentration.
Spirit.
Ooh, concentration's a good one. Spirit's also a good one.
Well, there's none of those. None of that worked.
Con?
I must say, you are all giving very good answers. There's just one specific answer because, it's a keyword.
Yeah,
Yes.
Oh, that does
Yes.
make sense.
Breath.
yeah. Hope. Fortitude.
What does that even mean? What is it?
Truly, there's so
Breaking
many.
fortitude? What does
I
that mean?
don't know, man.
Does it
Bread.
have something to do with a guy named? Oh,
Wait, what did you say?
bread.
Breaking bread.
Bread?
You do
No, that
hold
doesn't make
the
sense.
bread when
Well,
you break it.
You still have to hold bread to break. Good.
You can
Um,
cut bread and saw through it.
Well, you can also just break it.
So we're just missing the word. We're basically we're on the right track. We're just not saying the right word.
What is broken?
What about like destiny and time?
Is it like?
Prophecy?
Are you allowed to give us hints?
I don't know.
Glass.
Do you
Well,
wanna
I mean,
try giving us a hint?
you can
Usually,
try.
it does break
usually
when you're
the
not
people who
holding it.
usually people who go through already know the answer to the riddle. So it's just a formality that it
Is this is this more fun for you then?
It is kind of fun seeing you trying to figure out what the answer is. 'cause
You
it's
know
very
what? That's fair.
boring.
That's fair. You know what? Okay, yeah, fair enough.
Can,
Yeah.
can we get a hint like what letter it starts with?
No.
Yeah, that would be too much. Yeah. That would...
Friendship?
Oh,
Love.
On the right track, you're very
love, yeah.
Relationships. Trust?
Knowledge.
I said trust like twice.
Oh shit. Okay.
relationships
Loyalty.
take.
Time.
No, you already said
People?
time.
Right.
We said time.
Oh.
Peop-
Effort?
yes, indeed, it is people. No, I'm just joking.
It was Wait, was
I was
people?
making a joke. I was making a joke. I apologize.
Oh, okay.
This is the first time I've interacted with people in 700
No, you're
years.
fine. Honestly, I'm loving
trying to
it, but I
make a
am
joke.
so dumb right now.
Fellowship?
Fellowship? Companions?
We already said friendship.
Yeah, we already said friendship.
Companionship?
Loyalty?
Loyalty?
It's
We
just
said
like
loyalty. I think we said
We
loyalty.
did.
Loyalty.
Trust? We've said trust like 4
And-
times.
You have said
Peter.
trust a lot of
We
times.
said it more times than not at this point.
I think at this point, it's not trust.
But
I
it might
agree
be
with
the
that,
next
yeah.
time.
Trust.
It might be the next time.
But trust is involved with this word.
Trussels?
Yes, indeed. You can break it with your mind.
Wait. What is the? You have. What is the riddle
I
again?
will repeat the riddle. What can be broken without being held?
Bonds?
Yeah. That'd be good.
No,
What can be broken without being held or when not being held?
Without being held.
Without being held.
Oh.
I have no fucking clue.
We've said so many ones that it could
I
be.
know.
We're gonna get this. I hate that I'm not getting this. I want to get it though.
Okay, wait, let's put it into context, you guys. The things that are like on the right track,
Well,
right?
friendship is on the right
Trust,
track.
friendship, loyalty. What's another
Relationship. He said relationship
Love
was
was
like
on.
a part of it.
relationship,
Yeah.
love,
Marriage,
What can be
matrimony.
held?
vows?
Really like those
Chivalry?
wind ants.
Honest. What about like a promise or like a
Promise?
vow?
Oh, yeah.
Promise?
Promise.
Oh, yeah, a
Do you
promise.
say do you say promise out loud?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you say promise, the portal.
Thank
That was
you,
the most
Uthgar.
Good
Oh
job,
my
Uthgar.
god.
It was indeed a promise.
That was
This
like
is fun. Now go
way
through the
more.
portal
Wow.
before you have to do it again.
Thank you.
All right.
Yep, alright. Yep, I'm
All
gonna.
right.
It was very nice
Go
to
to the
meet you.
Yeah, nice
Bye.
meeting you. Bye.
I would quite
Do you
like to do
remember
this again
people
sometime.
when you get resummoned?
I do.
Okay, cool. Well, we might see each other again.
We
Perhaps.
could like come back. Nulson like lives here.
I do live here.
Alright, let's go before the portal closes.
All right, bye
Yes.
bye.
Well, we know
Into
the
the
answer
portal.
now, so, I mean, okay.
Goodbye.
Wait,
How you
wait,
doing?
wait. Can I leave Fair Dune in here to talk with him while we sneak around?
This is
for
the
a
only
little
time
bit?
Fair Dune canonically speaks.
Yeah,
with
is when
this
he's
guy.
off screen.
Sure. Sure. So Fair Dune will stay behind.
Okay.
It's like, hey, how's it going?
I can teleport him to me.
You all step inside the portal, and it's almost like stepping through the threshold of a doorway. You don't feel any spatial distortion whatsoever. You couldn't see through the portal, but once you break through it, it's almost as if you were walking through nothing.
Wow.
And you are inside some kind of dingy circular room. The portal closes behind you.
Is there any window?
Incredibly dusty. The windows are boarded over, but there is a bit of light peering through the cracks of the boards.
Can I just look through the crack and just be like, well, I'm home, kinda.
I'm immediately doing a listen check.
Over it.
Since we just interacted with this man's spell, and if he is possibly still alive, because mages can live a lot longer than they're supposed to, I'm gonna do magic insight to see if we're being scryed on.
Well,
Guys,
Because there is someone in the party.
oh, yeah.
30.
Yeah, 30.
It is it's eerily quiet inside the tower, but not unnaturally so. You're good at detecting when a silence is unnatural. This is not it. You can still hear the sigh of the floorboards as you lean against them. You can hear the sound of absence of a draft, and you can hear some light sounds from outside the tower, which seems to be an abandoned building. You magic insight?
Yeah.
You do see that there are a few maybe broken, weak magic items across the ground, littering the broken shelves, but nothing substantial and certainly no scry.
Alright.
We're in.
Yes.
I
We
would
should
have.
probably keep our voices down, starting now.
Yeah. Should we look for any leftover magic items he might have left, just in case?
I already did.
And it feels
Oh,
wrong
wow.
to rob
I
the
wasn't.
dead.
I wasn't looking for that, but you know.
Maybe dead.
The most likely dead.
I mean, he was a great wizard. I'm just saying.
He was a great wizard 700 years ago.
You could extend your
Elves
life
can
really
live up to
long.
1,000
No,
sometimes.
guys, I get it. I know. I'm just saying, a lot can happen in 700 years.
A lot can happen in a day.
Exactly.
Yes. So, I guess now what we gotta do is sneaky out, get over to the keep.
Yep. Alright.
No.
You are going
How
to have to
far-
lead that. You know how to get there.
Sorry. How are we going to transport your dad?
Well, there's
Yeah.
an easy way and a hard way.
We do have a flask.
That's the hard way.
That's the
That would be the easy way.
Yeah. It's not the preferable
What?
way.
What
Why?
are you
Actually, no,
thinking
it
the
is
hard way
further
would
away.
be?
Public.
I mean, publicly, yeah.
Oh,
Well, if we release him from the flask with a code word, I believe it's 1 hour that he does have to do what we say. So you know,
Mm-hmm.
that's actually the preferred way.
oh, we could force him to give up the city.
Yeah, that feels
Yes.
illegal.
Technically,
does
so is
kind
killing
of
somebody,
ring-
but when war happens, the lines get blurry.
We are kind of
Is it-
criminals, you know.
We
Well,
are
let's-
also kind of-
let's-
Ready.
Okay,
Ogden
one-
already doesn't like us.
we'll figure it out when we get there.
Yeah.
Let's figure out what direction we need to go.
Yeah, I can get my bearings as soon as we get outside.
Well, good thing there's a door right here. So
Well, I mean, I'm assuming we're at the top of the tower.
You are at the top of the tower. You need to go downstairs
Ogden
first.
walks out the door and dies.
Just fucking die.
Are there
I feel
any
like
books
Luke's
up
walking
here,
and then
Kyle?
Uhtred grabs him by like the back of their shirt.
Some-
Like, nope, nope.
Some books, but in the same state of disrepair as in the
God
mouth,
damn.
in the cave mouth. Very unreadable, unusable.
If you want, I could fix some of those up.
I'm gonna find the least damaged one I can.
Okay, yeah, it's still pretty damaged.
It's going in the bag of the holding anyway.
Oh my gosh, that would be quite the souvenir.
Do you go downstairs?
Yes.
I'm just gonna go stealth mode,
Yeah.
I know
I'll
we're
start
in the
sneaking.
tower. but
Yeah, I think we're all going stealthy.
Yeah, we're a little
Alright,
stealthy.
can I get a group move silently check?
Plus
for me?
zero.
Let's
Let's
go.
go. Nat 20, baby.
Kyle, I'm gonna
6.
use the ring of arming and put all of my armor, shield, and glaive into the ring.
you can
that's,
carry your glaive. That's not gonna give you a
Okay.
check penalty.
Still,
That is a 36.
Hey, that's
6.
30 higher than I
36.
got.
I got a 31.
Yeah, so I have a
31?
plus 19 to move silently.
For 2 successes,
31.
1 fail.
3
What was that?
successes.
31 as well.
3 successes, 1 fail.
move silently.
13.
13, 2 fails, 3 successes.
Move silently, right?
Yeah.
I have a +0.
19.
19,
Oh.
4 successes, 2 fails. So
Let's
you will
go,
succeed.
Utgard!
Go
Guard breaking the tie.
You make your way down to the bottom of the tower, and the rest of the tower is in the same state of disrepair as the rest. Dust everywhere, destroyed, mildewy furniture, boarded over windows. Since you are on the inside, it's a simple manner to unlock the door, and you open it But you can see the door's barred from the is boarded from the outside. So you'd need to remove it first.
Can we just like remove like one and then like crawl under it?
Sure.
Are any
Who
of the
wants
windows
to try and remove it?
unboarded?
All of the everything is boarded.
Ooh.
I mean, we were on the top floor and it was boarded up.
Yeah.
Is this building made of stone?
Correct.
Hey, sweet Daisy.
Hello, hello. It appears my time to shine has come. I'm gonna do a quick spot around the room and try and peek in between the boards of each window to see which side of the building is the least inhabited. Like, I want to make sure I'm not opening a thing onto the street. Like, I want to maybe go in an alleyway or something.
Okay.
Sweet Daisy, if you want a suggestion on your stone shape, you can probably just shape the nails that are in the boards to go out.
Nails aren't
No,
made of
nails
stone.
aren't made
They're
of
made
No, I understand that.
He's saying
I'm
shape
saying
the stone inward more
to
so
push
just
it,
pushes
to push it out.
Oh,
No,
That would be-
that would make them clatter to the ground.
I think things are gonna clatter no matter what in this situation.
Hold on a second. Can I just pose the question? How did they get nails into stone brick?
A good nail.
Be a really good nail.
It's a good
Maybe
nail.
Very
glue?
strong.
Glue. Sovereign glue.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Contact cement.
Actually,
Actually,
that's
going to look. How did they do that?
You probably did use sovereign glue.
Oh, okay.
Oh, never mind then.
Okay.
Huh.
The nails are just for show, apparently.
They're just in the wood.
Would it be better if maybe we did a hole under the wall?
Like dig under.
Like-
Oh yeah, actually that might be a better idea.
Is the floor stone?
Maybe.
Well,
The ground is wood,
Oh,
like
never
the
mind.
no.
floorboards.
Sweet Daisy, you also only need to make something small enough for us to crawl through.
No, yes, I know. So I'm going to
Just
take
don't
my
you make
finger-
noise?
No,
Oh,
not really.
oh, okay, I didn't realize that.
I'm just going to take my finger and, like I'm on the Disney Channel, I'm just going to draw a little mouse-shaped hole in
Okay.
the wall.
Excellent.
You draw
Love it.
a steamboat Willy Mickey Mouse because it's in the public domain.
Yeah, it's in public
Yes,
domain
yes.
now, so it's okay.
But the stone shape
Don't
opens
put
up
any
a
gloves on
hole
that mouse.
enough for you to step through, and
Alright.
it does exit out into an alleyway.
I'm so sneaky as I'm like stepping on like glass broken bottles.
There's just
Nulson?
a part of Toa that dies
Yes.
inside.
If you would like to lead the group to
I'm so
where the nearest emergency exit you know inside the
Yes.
palace,
I will.
make a survival check.
Let's go.
Just
That is. That's my best one. It's a 34.
34.
because we're stealthing, and I know that Nulson needs to take the front to guide. Can I take the rear but leave like 10, 15 feet? Let's say 10 feet between me and the last person, just so I can keep eyes and ears on like
everybody.
Sure.
everybody, because I'm confident in my ability to hide and stealth.
Sure.
Your border
If you would like to make a spot
how we
check
pass
as
our
you make
stealth.
your way, as you make your way,
Sorry, what am I rolling?
So what are we? What?
spot. Specifically, Tomataru.
Oh, okay.
I would like to point out that my roll was below half of the next lowest roll.
36.
36. Yeah. And keep eyes and ears out. It is very quiet.
Too quiet.
You don't spot anybody watching. You don't spot any eyes where they shouldn't be.
I will
Nulson.
just have my
Yes.
sword drawn.
You do eventually make your way through the city streets, avoiding the eyes of guards as we continue to use that move silently check that you had all made. Ducking between the shadow of alleys, pathways that you know, practically like the back of your hand, until you reach the stone foundation beneath the palace, your home. You put your hands against the stone, start searching, and then your hand finds it. One of the bricks is loose, and it pushes in maybe half an inch, but it's deep enough. You hear some mechanism on the other side switch, and you hear as bricks start moving out of the way, revealing a narrow, dark pathway that leads up into the palace itself.
Diagonally.
And I kind of give a look around, and I'm like, all right, everyone in. I'll probably actually go up in the rear now, just so I can close it when we enter.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough.
This is probably when
Everyone.
I teleport Fairdoon to me.
Okay.
Would he be able to fit in there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay, good.
It's big enough for Fairdoon.
Oh, okay, good.
Um,
good.
He
again,
has
he
full
can-
corridor.
He can crouch down.
But he's big. He's a big
He's
boy.
big. But he's also a bird.
Yeah,
Step
that's fair.
inside and pull the lever on the inside, which trips the mechanism again as the wall recedes, enclosing you in near perfect darkness. Those of you with dark vision, which I'm pretty sure is Tomo and Cass.
I'll cast low light vision on myself.
That won't help.
Well, light vision does not work.
I have low.
Oh, does it not?
You
Oh.
need dark. You need dark vision. This is not
Ah.
low light. This is darkness.
Yeah, I
I
have dark
see.
vision.
I like to think my eyes glow a
Tomotaru-
little red. Just like
So
a little
Tomotaru
bit.
and Cass can see.
And now mine's purple, so you just see these two cat eyes, one red, one purple.
Oh,
Do we think casting light down here would be a bad idea?
Is it just a hallway here?
Yeah, it is just a narrow hallway that goes up and bends around and doubles back, and you can't see beyond the bend.
Can we see the bend? Like the us that don't have.
no, it's like pure dark.
No, you can't see. You can pretty much only see like this close in front of you.
I'm gonna bring out draconic wings so that I can bring them over everyone who can't see and just like touch them so that they know where everyone is.
Oh, oh.
I'm going to
So-
hold Cass's hand.
So,
I take the pink.
I know this
Okay.
might not be the most pleasant for everybody, but everyone could put their hand on the wall. We can make our way down this corridor.
I could just cast dancing lights.
But in this situation, we don't know what's ahead of us.
I mean, do we see it? But I could just light our way to wherever we're going real quick if it seems like there's no danger.
There might be cracks in the wall that would lead to someone knowing we're here.
Okay.
Tomo will just reach out, grab Ox's hand.
Oh, why is everything touching me right now?
Everyone hold on to the person in front of you.
Okay.
I guess I'm in the front.
You and Tomo are probably in the front together.
And I guess Sweet Daisy and I are also there.
The two
Tomo,
of
do
you.
Do you mind looking at what's around the bend? You're
Yeah.
quieter.
Yeah, give me like, I don't know, 30, 40 feet.
I'll be able to see you. Just wave.
I'm blind again.
Okay, you move forward.
Making my way down a hallway.
Sweet Daisy, hold Octa's hand.
Okay.
Make a splash check.
I was going for the braid, but that hand works too.
You were going to.
Oh, I love my spot check. 28.
28.
Oh.
You peer around the bend. The narrow corridor continues up at a gentle slope. Doubles back again. Can't see beyond that bend either.
This is going to be a very long process. And I'm gonna just wave.
Can I remember how long this escape is?
I'm gonna wave for Tomo to wait. So when we go over there, I'm gonna magic insight that hallway.
You don't remember exactly which one this is. You just know that there is one here. You'd have to be going through it and seeing it to like fully be like, it's this one.
Of all the ones I remember, how many of them were long as shit?
All of them.
All right, for the people who can't see, myself included, this is going to be a while.
So should I use light?
No, just in case. Just enjoy the darkness.
I don't mind the darkness. I don't like walking through it, pitch black darkness.
We all should enjoy a little darkness from time to time.
Just trust your boyfriend.
He left me.
I'm right here, Aqua.
Ah!
Don't scream.
Oh my god.
We're the best at this.
We're the worst secret agents ever.
Does anyone in their inventory have a lantern?
I do.
No.
Just
Oh,
no,
Why
don't.
would I need a lantern?
Oh, I actually do.
I don't
Do
actually anymore.
because we're in an urban environment and it costs less than 10 gold pieces. Here's one.
Cass is gonna take some fabric from the circus tent that we still have that's kind of see-through, so it's gonna let some light through, but not a lot.
Okay.
Make it like a
And he's gonna wrap it around the lantern and light the lantern so that we have a very dim light.
It's
Oh my
dim
God,
light,
this helps
maybe
me
out.
So much more.
It's dim light, maybe out to 5 feet at most.
I like
But
to
it is
think
light.
Cass lights it, and because of the undershadows, Cass and Tomo look fucking terrifying.
And then you turn around
It's
and
like-
go just fucking like living like with Cass in the Slender Man arc.
And
You
Fair
have
Dune's
3
behind
terrifying.
him.
Like like Ugar's eyes are so sunken in the shadows, like fully blinded, so it looks like he doesn't have eyes.
So happy that my life has brought me here.
Like,
I
what
couldn't
are you
ask
looking
for a
at me like
better
that
one,
for?
truly.
Truly, we would be terrifying in the night.
What do you mean?
So do you continue onward?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay a good couple 15, 20 feet. Doing like, I just do scout things. I'm a scout. I'm gonna do scout things, Kyle.
You go up to the second bend, make a spot check.
Okay.
I'm
That's
gonna
better.
be doing.
That's yeah, 36 again.
36.
Yeah.
You glance around the bend. The narrow hallway continues upward at a gentle slope.
And you see
Doubles
another
back again.
bend.
Can't see beyond the bend. It's a real
I think we're
Disneyland
just-
queue situation.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep doing magic insight as well.
Okay.
I'll just
Okay.
keep that up.
I'm just gonna keep going, I guess.
You go up, make a spot check.
Don't say I didn't warn you.
30.
30.
Yeah.
Turn around the bend. Narrow corridor continues at a gentle slope. Doubles back
Yeah.
again.
Okay,
Can't see beyond the
Kyle.
bend.
Uh-huh. Kyle, can I? Is this
There
a
it
different
is.
corridor? Like,
Oops.
is this one different than the last one?
Yes.
Okay, I
I
just want to
mean,
make
you're
sure I'm
not
not like
going in
Scooby
circles.
doing it and
No.
like going in the back halls.
No, you are getting somewhere.
Cool. We're gonna keep going.
Just long. Okay, make a spot check.
Can you just tell me how many spot checks I have to make?
Make a spot check.
Okay. That's the best
enjoying
one
himself.
yet.
Yeah.
That's 37.
37. You look around the bend. The narrow corridor continues at a gentle slope upward, and it doubles back again. You can't see beyond the bend.
Oh, this is so funny. This is so fucking funny.
Kyle, between 1 and 10, how many of these are we gonna get?
Yes, correct.
We'll see.
Kyle really went for every time Lex has made me want to tear my hair out. I'm about to do that to her now.
Yeah.
It's so
I
funny.
love the thought of these are just switchbacks going up, and it's just like 30 of them.
I would like to think after like a quarter of the way of us doing this, I'm like, oh, it's this one. Oh, this one's long.
36.
Another spot check.
36.
Okay. You bend. Turn around the bend.
Yeah.
The narrow corridor continues onward at a gentle slope. It doubles back. You can't see beyond the bend.
It's so funny.
God.
Nulson, are you sure this path doesn't just go in endless circles? Like, are we in a... Are we
Oh,
in a-
no.
What is that?
no.
What was
Not
that?
37.
37.
37. All right.
Keep
Not
rolling
this
the
one.
same 3 numbers.
You run up.
I'm not running, but you know.
You look around the bend.
Say
The
it.
narrow corridor continues upward at a gentle slope. It doubles back. You can't see beyond the bend.
This is ridiculous. I
It's
love
so
it
funny.
so
It's
much.
so fucking funny. No, the infinite one, Daisy, is not this one. This one is an
Take a spot
infinite.
check.
Are you sure?
Yes.
28.
What do you
I
eat?
think I smell Tomo's
You
tear.
go up. You go up. You look around the bend. The narrow corridor does continue onward at a gentle slope,
But
but it comes to a stop.
Oh.
And there's a lever at the end.
If this. Dude, were we going upstairs this whole time? Because if this turns the stairs into a slide all the way down.
we just
The
rocket
gentle
back.
slope gets swoop,
Whoa.
goes up and you slide.
Oh, by the way, Tomo, if there's a lever, don't pull it.
I'm just gonna wait, and I'm gonna put my ear onto the door and try to hear through it.
Okay, make a listen check for me, please.
Okay.
What you
That's a
hear.
nat 1.
A
What you
natural
hear.
one.
A narrow corridor
Stone.
continues up at a gentle
Can
slope.
I
It
also
doubles
try
back.
to
You
listen?
cannot see beyond the bed.
Sure, make a listen
I was
check.
gonna ask.
Kyle, you've broken my will.
That's a 19.
A 19? I mean, you put your ear up against the stone and you don't hear anything beyond it.
Do I know how thick this stone is?
Terribly thick.
Oh, okay.
Like
okay.
maybe like a third of a foot.
Oh, okay.
You know that this is the end of it. This is the end
Yeah.
of it.
Gonna wave them all over. I was told to
I'll-
wait to not open it. So.
I'll take up the front, I suppose, just so I can open it. Is it the lever?
Yeah, it's
Little
there's a
bit.
lever.
Yeah.
Close it. You pull down the lever and you hear another mechanism switch, and similar to at the base of this escape route, the bricks move backwards, revealing the inside of a cell, an empty cell.
Ah, it was this one.
You can see the gate, the door to the cell is slightly ajar.
And look around. Is there anyone down here?
Make a spot check.
Okay.
I'll just do it too.
That is.
No.
That's actually pretty bad for me, but I do have a 22 to spot, so it's pretty good.
It's almost wiping
30,
the silent
30,
tears.
31.
31, you can't see anybody.
Nat 1.
Natural one. Tomo sees another bend.
No!
No.
This is my Vietnam.
No, you don't see anybody.
Fucked.
That's fucked up.
I made fun jokes about war crimes earlier, but that was fucked.
All right. Do I know how far we are from like the throne room and like I would assume?
Your vision is still shit down here.
But is it still pitch black?
It's lit. It's inside.
lit.
Inside
Yeah, we're in, like,
the,
a dungeon.
the cells is lit.
My bad.
Yeah, I would assume it was because it's a dungeon. They don't keep that pitch black up all the time.
I would.
Well, your hypotheticals.
You would know
Hypothetical.
that that here the dungeon, it is actually pretty close to the throne room. Both the throne room and like the main like barracks like meeting area.
Seems like a safety concern.
I mean, it would be where one of the exits are. I mean, I feel like that's not okay. All right, so we're getting pretty close to the throne room. I don't know if he'll be there, but he might be. Yeah, he might be.
Is
So-
this the way you and Edmund would sneak out or sneak back in at night? when you weren't supposed
Not this
to?
one.
Oh. Why didn't we go to that one?
'Cause this was the closest one. They're all long as shit. I think no.
Okay, no, it's okay. I get it. Yep.
There were some.
Do most of them bend?
Why? You know that there's an infamous one that was between you and your brother that just went straight, no bends, just continued going
Straight
for
line.
so long, just straight. Most of them have bends in them. Some, that one was the switchback one, all the way up. There was one that just goes straight onward, and then the rest are more normal.
Yeah, no. There's one that's much worse than that one.
Why do you have
So-
so many exits?
Do you want to die if this place gets captured?
No, but I feel like one secret exit is enough, right? Like,
No.
if it's gonna be hidden.
Better safe than sorry. But no, there's one. There's just one that goes. That's all it does. Just goes for
Yeah, fuck
way
that.
longer. It's
That-
really long.
I feel like that one would have been worse, actually.
It would have. No, it would have been. That one's awful. I loved that one. I miss it.
Alright.
Okay. Once all of you are outside, Nulson, you take care to compress the brick back as the switch closes the entrance to the escape tunnel, closes once more.
And I obviously, as we're walking, I just keep an eye out, looking
Make
for.
a SWAT check.
Okay.
Can I hide?
Can I
Oh my
be
god, that one was actually really
Do you want
bad.
to hide or move silently?
Hide, tumbling into move silently.
Well, if you want to walk with the party, it's move silently.
So
Hiding is stationary.
Oh,
So I rolled the second worst I could possibly roll. It is a 24.
24. Okay. Move silently check, Tomo.
And I was also trying to listen to see if I can hear any.
Okay, make a listen check.
15.
15.
Just kind of keeping an ear out,
Mm-hmm.
like passively.
25.
25. Yep, you're moving silently. Octha, you hear it before Nulson sees it, and Nulson, as you continue going forward, you do start hearing a bit of it. There's low conversation between some figures up the stairs up ahead.
Heading towards us.
No, stationary, having just a conversation amongst themselves. You hear the sound of cards getting hit against the table.
Are we about to go to the guards' quarters? Right. I would assume nearby.
The stairs immediately lead up to the
Yeah.
guards' barracks, yes. Which is the only way through.
Yeah. So that's the guards' barracks.
Okay. I can charm them. I can charm them once we're up there.
Is there a way we could just simply make the door magically locked?
Well, we need to go through the door, don't we?
We do need to go through the door.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah. It is. Wait. Wait a minute. If Kyle, if I sympathetic binding them, could I then charm
Them?
one and charm both?
There could be more than two, though.
This is true. But I
Still.
can double up my spells if that's the case.
I would say you can certainly try.
Follow-up question. If I sympathetic binding them and one of them starts walking away, does the other one follow?
The other one would be tugged.
The other one just also is
Okay.
like, wait, hold on.
It's like, what the hell's happening?
I think our best bet is getting a surprise on them and just, attack them non-lethally.
Yeah. No. I mean, I agree with
Can
that.
I
Yeah.
appear behind them like a cartoon, just be like, gentlemen, and I just knock their heads together?
Gentlemen.
Do you want to make a move silently check to try and approach them without being seen?
I would love to.
Do
I
we-
think we should
Can we
all,
hold
Are we
actions?
all doing
yeah,
that?
we all hold actions and
Yeah.
whatnot.
I'll
We
hold
don't
it.
even know how many
Okay.
are in there right now.
Well, we'll have you hold your actions.
Okay.
Make a move silently check. That doesn't look.
Are we all
That
making
looks
moves
bad.
silently checks?
Can we help him? Can we rub butter on the bottom of his feet so he just slides?
Wait,
Nope.
wait. I'm going to activate my mantle second chances.
That's
Once
true.
per
That's
day,
right.
you're
You do
gonna-
have your mantle.
I'm gonna re-roll something because it's before that you declared as a pass or fail. I must accept the result of the re-roll, even if it's worse, which is gonna be rare because I rolled a 3. So
Okay, reroll.
Don't forget, you also have Devil's Favor.
that's true. Well,
It was worse.
no.
It was
I'm gonna
better.
Activate
It was a natural
Devil's
one.
Favor and get a 7.
7 total.
I rolled a 5. I don't know what to tell you.
Oh no. So my held action, Fair Doom was gonna come in and bop the two guys.
My held action is a sleep breath. It's a shaped sleep breath.
Okay. You're crouched down. And you start going up the stairs. And
I just looked past, like, what is he doing?
you can see there's a staircase there at the top of the staircase. There's like a table. Two soldiers are behind it. One of them, the one facing behind you, he rolled a natural 1 for his spell check, so he doesn't see you. But the other one facing towards you just kind of is looking at his cards, and he looks up at you. He's like, "Who the fuck are you?" And as they're standing up, it is a surprise round because they weren't expecting this. What are you guys doing? Prepared actions.
Okay, before we do anything, I just want to clarify. I was joking, and then you were like, "Okay, roll," and I was like, "Okay."
You could have said you didn't want to do it.
Can I please do mine first, just in case it works? It gets both of them.
Sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm gonna sleep breath. I need 2 fortitude saves.
Well,
Okay,
I was
DC is
gonna
what?
wait. Hold
19.
on.
Oh, what?
You want mine to go first because I was gonna sympathetic binding them on Akda, and then Fair Doom's gonna swoop in.
Okay, but mine will just put them to sleep, and then we can knock them out easy.
Right. Mine will put both of them to sleep, even if one succeeds.
It sounds like you're both trying to do the same thing.
Yeah, mine will.
Okay, you
benefit
go
yours.
first.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go first then.
Sympathetic bind. How would you classify this? They're both humanoids. They're both humans. So are they minor
I would
differences?
say not minor differences. I would say major differences.
Okay, and to remind myself, because this is a homebrew spell, I'm using caster level, so 11 as my bonus, right?
Halved.
Halved. Right.
Halved roll.
Rounded
Rounded down.
So 5. Oh god, I gotta hit a 20.
Oh no.
Nat 1.
Your sympathetic
Let's
binding
go.
fails. They're not bound.
Well then,
what is
just
the
2
DC?
fort saves. 19.
19. Well, they both fail.
Oh, wait.
Let's
Cool, they're
go.
both asleep.
You can see one of them, the one that drives the cart, is like, "What the fuck are you?" Face down into the cards. The other one who rolled a natural 1, didn't even look up from his cards before just down onto the table.
What
Who are
Probably
you?
didn't even know.
So
Listen, before anyone says anything, I got cocky not having my armor on. I'm sorry. It won't happen
all
again.
right, I'm just gonna take out my masterwork manacles and put it on one of them.
Say those.
Wait,
No,
no,
bind them
keep-
together.
Yeah, put them together.
I'll.
You bind
But
them all
like
together.
through the table legs too.
Right.
Make it really annoying to get
Make
out.
it real impossible for them.
Can
I don't
I?
know. One sec. I need to see how long they stay.
Do they have a sword or any weapon like on their hilt or next to the table by them?
Their swords were not being worn. They are like next to them though. Like
We'll take
I'm gonna
it.
just put those in the bag of holding.
just taking their swords, putting it in the bag of holding. Yeah, two
And then
long
just-
swords.
And then just
Can
for
we-
fun, I'm gonna
Can I please have
lace their
Utgard knock
boots.
them out? Like, really knock them out while they're,
I'll do it.
No. Cass asked me to. I got it.
Yeah, I asked.
I got this. I got
That's
this.
true.
Non-lethally knock them out.
I'm gonna activate my ring, have my tower shield, and just go bonk.
Okay. Roll 2 attack rolls.
We said knock them out, not smash their brains in.
No, okay, guys, we need to
Funky
do. We
goes
have to do this.
completely funky.
No, the reason I'm doing this so quickly is because we have 1 round of sleep.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
And Kyle, I am going to specify this is non-lethal.
Oh wait, so
I
then
know, I know.
if one
if
wakes
this is
up,
6 if this is in like 6 seconds, then if Utgar would do one and I could do the other.
I was gonna say I can also hit
'Cause-
one with
yeah.
the butt of my sword.
Well, I can attack 3 times in 6 seconds.
Oh,
Oh,
he's
okay,
fine.
never mind.
You
go.
hit one, he starts to wake up. You hit him again.
Okay.
Stay down.
So the
Go to
first one is
sleep.
a
Go to
30
sleep. Go to sleep.
is a 32 to hit.
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't care.
And
Be
it's an
real.
auto crit because he's helpless.
Yep, it's an auto crit. I'm gonna be real. Their AC is 10 right now.
Okay. I hit the other one.
What was that?
What just happened?
I'm messing with a foam roller and it
Ah.
jumped up at me.
It just sprang up.
They're both
Yeah.
auto crits.
It did hit me in the neck. Yes, it did. And then the other one is a 14 to hit.
Yeah, that hits. They're all auto crits.
Okay.
So I'm not
but-
even gonna have you roll for the damage.
Okay.
Yeah,
knocked out.
you
Knocked out.
you can see they're sleeping, and then you boom, hit them with your
Now
shield.
they're really
and they go,
sleeping.
"Cool." And instead of sleeping, they are knocked the fuck out.
Oh my god, did you hit him
It
in
is-
the temple?
Gus.
It's like
Don't hit them there.
it's like an unconscious dead. Like they're alive, they're breathing, but they're not
Barely.
sleeping.
Can we quickly go put them down in an unlocked cell? Or locked
Oh, yeah,
cell,
no, yeah.
even?
No, we could do that, yeah.
I am going to activate my ring of arming again to take off my armor and everything and put it in my.
Okay.
I could be
Oh, yeah, no,
stealth.
if we're going to put them in a cell, I'm just going to take these manacles. These are good for my father.
Do they have keys on them for the cells?
No keys for the cells, but there is a ring of keys on the wall.
Yoink!
Also, I'd like to mention these guys aren't dead, but they are gonna need some serious reconstruction surgery on their faces.
There's
Faces are
probably
fucked.
like a sizable like flat spot on their temple
Yeah.
now.
That is
They
severe
have
brain
severe
damage.
brain
Into their
damage.
skull.
We're talking
Can we-
about a
can we-
shield as big as your body that's made of metal and wood. Like you're
Yeah.
hitting them with a fucking door.
No, not even wood. This is full metal tower
Full
shield.
metal, and it's
even
magical.
worse.
Can
So
we
you
say
put
that
them in
we
a
could
cell?
easily lock them in a cell?
Yeah, you don't even have to roll. It's way easy. You pick them up. They're just boneless as you're dragging them along.
You elongated an iron ingot and said, "I'm gonna use this as a weapon."
But you put it. You do lock them in the cells. Lock it up.
No.
Even if they wake up.
Slide some rations through the bars, like just in case they don't find them for a while. We don't want them to like starve to death when they wake up, right?
Okay.
They're just
You
down
lock
here
them
for a
some rations.
month.
Take attendance.
Don't take attendance.
Now, I'm going to be really honest. I think they have severe brain damage now.
Yeah.
Like, severe.
We should
Like
probably-
that.
We probably shouldn't think about it too much, or I'm gonna get
Like,
really
we should
sad.
just put them out of their misery kind of brain damage.
You're the one that didn't want to
No.
kill anybody.
Fine,
This
they're
is
fine.
worse.
They'll wake up and this will be like a weird hangover type thing.
Not non-lethal doesn't mean non-harm.
Yeah, this is bad. This is bad for them.
Non-lethal just means don't kill.
Yep.
Vince, I took their swords, so we have 2 more swords in the bag of holding.
Can I also take their
Oh,
playing
alright.
cards?
Sure. You like gathered them
So
up.
there's like two
Are they long
reasons.
swords?
They are long swords, just normal long swords.
My reasons are so we have something to do on the ship other than just talk to each other. We can play cards.
Okay.
And my second
okay.
reason is cleaning up the crime scene.
Wait, these guys didn't clean up their
They
fucking...
playing Sheep Lords? What game is it?
I think they were playing War.
Well, they were probably playing 3 dragons onto...
Is there?
ante.
I'm gonna
Ante.
tap. I'm gonna tap Tomo and be like, "Do you hear anyone on the other side of the door?"
Make a listen check. Sorry, I just had an intrusive thought.
What?
What is it?
You hear the narrow corridor continuing on.
And you can't see past the bend.
I can't see past the bed.
So if we
Do you see I added that to the quote channel?
I did.
so if we have a session on April 1st on Cam's birthday,
Yes.
just literally the whole session is you have this corridor that keeps going on
For
And it's
3
4
hours.
It's for 3 hours, and as soon as it
And
ends,
things just keep happening in the corridor, but the corridor just keeps going.
Or
31.
better
Nothing
yet,
happens.
nothing
31.
happens. Yeah.
it's, we literally are going insane because
For
it keeps
4
happening.
hours.
You hear distant voices, distant footsteps, but nothing close.
There's people, but they're not close yet.
Do you know where this door opens up to?
Answers where door opens up to.
It opens out into one of the hallways, which by then it's just a short jaunt to the throne room.
It's just one of the hallways, and then a short jaunt to the throne room.
Let's try and move quietly and get there as fast as possible.
Yep.
I'll have fed
Is it another move silently roll, Kyle, or
Another move silently. Groups move silently. Roll.
Oh, I got another 6. Fair
These
Dune.
dice
I got another 13.
Fair Dune is with.
My God.
I'm rolling for Fair Dune. He has a better move. He has a worse move silently, actually.
I'm gonna
Let's-
burn these dice. I swear to God.
Fair
That
Dune
is
got
a
a
4.
0.
That is a 34, I think.
34?
You know what? I'm
Yeah,
gonna use
34.
one because I never use it.
15 plus 19, I think, is 34.
Can I use one of my
favor?
devil's favor to make it a 15?
Sure. 15?
Cool.
15 succeeds.
Oh,
So
let's
Fair
go.
Dune got
two successes.
Fair Dune got a 0.
Okay,
Ankh
2
got
of
a
the
6.
failures. 2 failures between Ankva and
Between
Fair
just
Dune.
me.
I got a 4.
3 failures.
So
Maybe we don't count Fair Dune. Maybe we teleport him
Oh,
away.
Fair Dune is here.
Yeah.
I know.
So I rolled a 3 on the die, but I got a 19.
Let's go.
Succeeds.
Okay, so three successes. 3 failures, 3 successes. Sweet Daisy, what does he roll?
I got a 31.
Oh my God.
4 successes, 3
Oh
failures.
my
no
God!
succeed.
What is fucking
That was close, y'all.
Yeah.
I'm the MVP.
Yep. Yeah, truly.
Yeah.
Yep. You were the swing.
You
looks at Jacob.
move forward.
I failed twice on a single roll.
Oh my God.
Hi.
The 6 of you, plus Fair Dune, move forward. Nulson, it's strange being back in the palace. You haven't been here for a while. It still kind of feels oppressive, though. The halls are familiar, the stones are familiar. The doors are familiar. It's all familiar, but you can't help but get a very deep sense of dread and anticipation. Something is off. But you continue forward. The double doors to the throne room are open. This entrance specifically is behind the thrones.
Do I hear?
One. One is being inhabited. Your father. The other is empty. As you approach,
I'm gonna hide.
I'm gonna have my wings out.
He's rolling dice.
Are you switching the
you
music?
can see. You catch the profile of your father through the doors. Nelson, can I have you make a spot check for me, please?
Yes. Okay. Nat 20, 42.
Natural 20.
Let's
Natural
go.
Nelson, I'm going to be real. This is only something that you would have seen on a natural 20.
Also, oh god, my camera. It's pointing. It's blurry.
Yeah, yep, it's a natural 20.
I know. I'm excited. It was a nat 20.
My father. What?
Your father turns his head and looks you directly in the eyes. And for a briefest moment, his eyes are entirely black. But he closes, blinks, and they're normal. He stands up. You.
My armor's on.
And that's how we're gonna end today's session.
Oh, okay. I was just telling Nico we're probably gonna go till like 10:30.
That's sick. That